watch.
Oh my god.
I have to watch.
Well, too bad you'll get it at the end of the
mean?
session if you live, and more. That being said, all right, we're gonna get started with a good old D&D session. Everybody, I would like you to all gather around the table, and let me tell you all a Voden fable. To gather around for the tale of these survivors, the tale of the looming corruption, and that of the mysteries within. For this, my friends, be the infamous tale of the secrets and the sands. Previously, our heroes were found at the top of a floating island amongst the forbidden expanse. With a prisoner in hand, they'd interrogate them, learning what he knew. His name being Kaio of the Samada Telekinetic Oculi clan. Our heroes would learn, in fact, that there was a war between the Oculi clans and the Yasuda, what Zale was a part of as seen in the nature of his eye, and the Samadans. He only knew for his hatred towards them, however, and the likes of Ilva and Sirius were able to calm this druid individual, enough at least to reason with them for the time. Learning how the island was built and formed by the Samadans, however, they would also learn that the Yasuda took it over and resided here in this very place. But, to their dismay, from what they could see so far, not a single soul was in sight. Regardless, during their watch of the night, Creelan would hear the likes of the attack nears, and your ways will be corrupted. However, he'd blow it off, not believing it to be too real, or anything to worry about. A farmer would take the likes of an old stopwatch they'd secure and integrate it into their chassis. And meanwhile, upon searching the area, all the individuals would come across an old Leonin statue with the name of Whisper. However, upon saying their name out loud, something would ring true in Sirius's mind, and he'd experience an echo call as several astral figures would appear before him, as his entire self coursed in an astral light. With that, survivors, listen now. With that, questions have been raised, and who is this Leonin on the statue? Why does Sirius course with an astral light, and where are the Yasuda of this land? We'll have to figure all these things out in session 8 of Secrets in the Sands. And with that, my friends, let's begin with today's session and pick up exactly where we left off. Alrighty, so I'm gonna send you guys to the original map that you guys were in. Let's go over here, boop, and that'll load in just a moment. Lighting's gonna be messed up as usual, but that's fine. I can fix it over here, and I'll fix it back right there. Easy. Alright, second thing, let me get you guys a little bit of ambience and all that stuff, and a little bit of music. Okay, so, as we pick back up, so where we left off, we return as Zale begins to say the name Whisper, and upon hearing it, Animus, your soul begins to become fragmented for a brief time, and you all watch as Sirius drops down, heaving for air, as more and more of their form begins to come in course with an astral light. Jesus Christ, Animus.
I'm not in the crowd, so I gotta be in character.
I'm sorry. I can't. I'm sorry.
But anywho, they course with an astral light, and several starry figures appear before you. And as this happens, you look out towards the sky, and it turns from a darkened sky of night to a brightened sky of day. Eventually, the sky sort of shatters before you, and the sun begins to shine. Look off, far off in the corner of your eye, and you see just sort of swooping down like a bat. You see as the keeper begins to slowly sort of apparate before you and then drop down, floating off into or towards the ground, dropping Phoebe off almost like an actual bird, just barely sort of clutching him with his hands, just sort of flapping about and dropping him off to the side as this happens. Oh boy. Where the fuck is your character? Oh, no. There it is.
Wait, did he have wings, or was he just flapping his hands and
He
arms?
actually had wings. He had black wings, kind of like a sort of it is a crow.
So like the hand wings? Or
No,
like on the
imagine,
back?
like straight up imagine like an ASMR or a winged tiefling,
Ah.
straight up like bird wings
An
out of the back.
ASMR.
ASMR, yeah.
I was just about to say it's confirmed the keeper is a harpy.
That being said, you see as this begins to happen, the keeper begins to sort of flap this sort of strange wings about them, sort of soaring off over or over and through. You see as he begins to sort of tip his hat. Now, Ova, you've never seen the keeper with wings before, but it seems to be that he has them now. Definitely a stranger individual since the last time, or every single time you kind of meet him. But regardless, if there's nothing you wish to say or do to the keeper, then you will see as he will begin to sort of fly off into the distance and towards the sun. And as he begins to fly further and further to the sun, you see as he begins to just sort of stop for a brief moment, and you see as he begins to just sort of cover his eyes and almost sort of scratch him for a little bit and get blinded and just plummet directly into the sand and vanish. That said, with the sky changing to day, Sirius on the ground coursing with this astral light, Phoebe returning, a lot of players are on the field. What do you all say, and what do you all do?
I'm badly injured.
That you are.
What is this
You
power?
need to get tossed up in the sky.
Oh, actually, Phoebe, you get the benefits of a long rest because your party got a long rest.
Okay. Okay, I was just wondering.
All right, you can do that on your end.
Okay.
Sorry, just imagine she says that when she lands. I'm badly injured.
Oh man. Also, wait, what? Who deemed it? Someone got an inspiration point. I don't know who.
Oh, that was me. I got it.
Okay.
also, Raven, you got a D20 from
Yeah.
your fan over there.
Yeah, I'm a fan. Yeah, I know.
Oh man, oh man, oh man. All right, so that said, what are you guys trying to do? I am pulling up stream over here so I can keep track of this.
I got no idea what's going on.
All right, so Phoebe, you look over and you see as Sirius again is just sort of on the ground, sort of, he seems worse for wear, but just sort of heaving, trying to get a hold of himself for a moment, and these several astral figures are kind of right behind him, different shapes and sizes and more. You also look over towards the individual that was trying to kill you previously, and they seem to be sort of shackled up. It looks like Zale was just in the process of saying something, and Farmer and Ova, assuming just looking at their surroundings or looking at Sirius.
I guess my question, because one of the things we were fixated on was that statue. Is that statue animated?
It is not.
It is not. It is a still statue. We haven't. Maybe I'm misjudging from the token.
Yeah, because I can't get like a accurate statue of that sort of thing, But it is just a simple stone statue.
One thing that I'm going to do, I guess, is generally I'm going to look over to Phoebe, and I'm going to say, "Hello, Phoebe." As you
Hi.
can tell, hi. As you can tell, our druid friend is, well, wasn't a friend, but is now tenuously a friend. We had a bit of conversation.
I am not your
Cleared up
friend.
Some confusion. I apologize, friend.
You just see as he just says, "I will kill you." So, he's not having it. But
What? Never mind that
It's more
guy.
accurate to suggest that we have come to an uneasy truce. Would that be satisfactory?
Farmer, you get a D4 inspiration from chat.
Farmer, that's not the point. I need to know what is going on.
Zale's gonna look down at Sirius. Oh shit. Oh fuck. He's having a starry seizure. What the fuck? Why did he have to have it? He's the starry one.
We have set aside, perhaps even more accurate to say, we have set aside heated hostilities to get to the bottom of something.
Uh-huh.
Zale's gonna look at Farmer. Can you talk about Sirius having the... What do we do about that?
In my head, I just imagine Sirius's mind just like space. The final frontier.
It's that and more. So, Sirius, you kind of feel like just almost dozens of memories that weren't yours just kind of flooding directly into your mind. It's almost driving you mad, or driving you almost to the brink of insanity for a brief moment. Memories are sort of fading and sort of becoming yours, and then immediately afterwards fading out to who knows where. It is.
We're talking about interstellar kind of things. This is string theory.
Oh man. So you'll see, as granted he can't really go much of anywhere, but you'll see as the Samad and Druid and Kaio begins to kind of like sort of back up and try to keep his distance as much as he can. And just sort of says under his breath, over, you're probably the only one to be able to hear, and just says, I know I should have kept an eye on him.
I'm gonna bonk him on the head.
You see as he just sort of scoffs and looks at you and then just tries to sort of conjure a spell. He's going to use his eye. Hey, Elva, make a strength saving throw.
That's cool.
What's that total? What'd you get?
10 looks like.
10. You'll see as he just sort of, his eye begins to sort of shine green and immediately just sort of almost pushes you off to the ground, just knocks you prone for a brief moment. And then as that happens, just sort of smiles. And then begins to go into almost like a little bit of a sort of snarl.
I'm gonna just punch him in the face.
Alright, make an attack roll, told him just punch him. Unarmed strike.
Violence.
Oh my god.
Elva, this is not the time.
Yeah, I thought we were supposed to be friends.
Listen. Linda, listen. Authority has to be made.
Bonk.
Punched.
As you do, you just, or actually here, tell me what, you just punching him directly in the face?
Yeah, he fucking
Yeah.
telekinesis me to the ground. I get back up, dust myself off, and just BAM! We're on the kiss up.
Alright. As you do, you see as he begins to sort of almost or fall back just a little bit, taken back from the sheer strain, and begins to just sort of, his arms are behind his back, right?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. He sort of just has to kind of take the blow, nearly stumbling onto the ground for a bit. As it happens, sort of spits out a bit of blood. It's fine. I guess we're even.
I'm going to just lift up my blindfold so there's one eye showing. Animate, just death stare.
You see just bits of kanji beginning to sort of form around you.
JoJo style.
Yeah. Oh man. That said, what are the rest of you guys doing as this WWE SmackDown over here?
Is he still on the twist?
Yes, you haven't done anything.
I can't get up. Can I move?
I don't know what to.
I am very concerned. I've been like this for 5 minutes.
I
Has
don't know
anyone
if I.
touched him at all?
I don't want to touch
No,
him.
I'm
gonna go
Phoebe, why
touch
don't you
him.
go touch her?
I'm gonna go try to grab him.
All right. Are you? Where are you picking him up? Like just picking up on his shoulders or whatnot? Are you
Yeah,
giving him a
shoulders,
hand?
arms, just basically
Okay.
steady.
Make sure I don't bite my tongue.
And don't touch his hand.
That's it. Phoebe, you eventually sort of try to raise him back up, and as you do, you see one of the marks upon your hands, Phoebe, specifically because remember you have two, one being this sort of shadowy sort of dot on the left, I believe, and then the other one being a sort of golden dot on the right. The one on the left, the shadowy dot, begins to sort of writhe for a brief moment, and slowly is just almost kind of just ever changing and shifting amongst your hand, still remaining on the palm, but seems to be acting weird. But you're able to pick him up and get him back onto his feet. And eventually you see as all the several of the figures behind Sirius's form fade into just, well, your furball ally. That said, eventually, Sirius, you're able to get a hold of yourself and try to get a hold of your surroundings, but what are you doing?
Shocked, serious, hands, knees, and it starts to shake.
Seriously, you guys just left him here? Like, for how long has he been like this?
No, it's only been like a minute, you know?
A minute? And
It felt like an eternity.
Well, it wasn't an eternity, it was a minute.
Don't know what happened.
You know, like, you
Thanks, mine, by the way.
astral. I'm not touching that. I already have experience with that. It's not pleasant. So, whatever was going through you, I just wished it just did its course, and you're great now. Look at you, just whew, stellar.
Yes, quite literally, Stella.
I thank you for leaving me to my being.
I believed in you. I believed in you.
And as this begins to happen, Cowabunga, it is.
Oh no, is it this part?
Yep,
Shut the
yes
face
it
too.
is. Hi,
Oh,
Zale.
no.
How's it going?
Bad.
Was
All
it
right.
something I said?
Nope, not at
Okay,
all.
good.
Zale, the mark upon your hand begins to shine out in a bright red light. And you watch as the triangle mark upon the palm begins to detach itself from your hand. Each and every single one of you witnessing it as it's sort of shining about. As this red triangle begins to expand outwards, massive inside, or in size. Inside itself, you see visions, strange happenings, as an omen plays before you all. You look around, or you look into it and see several individuals in a cave, different shapes and sizes, different races, different sort of martial prowesses and other sort of capabilities, but they all seem to be battling a sort of massive orcish creature. However, the creature itself is coursing with an astral light similar to Sirius just a moment ago. Similar to the monsters you faced before when you were transported to the sands. The individuals look as if they're on death's door, but eventually they pull through till the end. Phoebe, as you're looking into at this, if you are. Oh boy. Phoebe, I need you to make the highest saving throw you possibly have for me.
fuck. Okay,
Here we go
Okay.
again.
I got it. I can do
Believe.
that. I got this.
Alright, I believe in you.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry
me
in
too.
advance.
Yeah, Zale, what the hell?
I guess my
I do
beliefs
not believe in myself.
my beliefs are
but I
were
have
shit.
a D20 inspiration if that's.
You might want to use this, but that is up to you.
I'm gonna roll D20 on top of that.
You can thank your resident simp, Bemroth. No, I'm kidding.
Sam.
Whoa.
11,
Oh.
21.
10 and 11. I'm just messing with you, Bemroth. That said, with a 21, that is enough to beat the DC of 20, as it's always been 20. And Phoebe Morga, as you begin to look in, you see the likes of these individuals, and you just feel a flashing or bits of floods of memories begin to pour into you, and they begin to become real for just a moment. You look over and you see two warforged individuals. One of kind of a sort of bigger and hardier structure with a massive sort of weapon at their side. It seems to be, I don't know, the weapon, the nature, the design of it. You've never been from its probably origination, but you feel as if it comes from somewhere else in Voden. A valley of some sorts. Regardless, it seems to be the likes of a Kanabo as they wield it. That other individual, feminine in nature, but the second one off to the side, they seem to be more masculine, but definitely of the sorts of almost like a strange nature of what you've seen in Farmer, but also a mix between what you've seen in Sirius. A mixing between that of almost druidic nature and might, but also the machinations of really just metal and minerals and materials. Those two individuals, you remember their name? Well, actually, you do not remember their name. Never mind. But you do remember their faces for sure.
Okay.
Guys.
And it seems the most you can kind of remember or out of that is just you seeing them in just a small sort of tomb. But that's all. Regardless, as it begins to shift once more, you see them currently walking through a beautiful forest. All of you at this point, seeing them walk through. However, a portion of this forest, it seems to be burned, and two other individuals reside amongst them. One in a small red panda, a ringtail, and the other in an older mushroom man, a myconid. And all 8 of these individuals are found surrounding the area now of a campsite. Oh shit, you're there too. It doesn't stop, does it? Oh god, alright. And you look over as they're all sort of surrounded in this campsite, and another individual seems to be there as well. A final one. A Leonin figure, dressed in the likes of an almost sort of samurai's outfit, wielding that of a blade, looking towards you. Sirius, are you looking in this visions and all that stuff?
Shit, now I got astral stars coming out of me. I gotta look at this astral thing, so I guess so.
All right, if you do, make the highest saving throw you have once more.
Aw, shit. Wisdom!
Wisdom, come on!
That is a 19.
19, is that the final roll?
I'm
Don't
gonna
you
add
have
that
a
inspiration to
D4?
that. Yeah, I got a D10. I'm gonna just use that just in case.
All right, D10. Doesn't matter
Ooh,
what
that's a 10.
10, big 10. Ooh, 29 actually. So as this happens, oh boy, I can show you at least this individual. Oh, I can also show you because, haha, I have production value. I can show you this of what they look like. So first, here is what one of the Warforged individuals look like. This is the one sort of almost combining the likes of metallurgy and also or sort of druid craft. You can ignore their name and whatnot for the sake of it, because you obviously don't know. But
oh, it's him.
the other
Nice
individual is this one.
Ooh. Oh.
Ooh.
And finally, the individual that you see, Sirius, as you begin to look towards them, and it feels as if you remember them for some strange reason. You remember finding them in a sort of prison long ago, but you weren't there. Why would you ever be in a prison? That doesn't make any sense. But you see, well, this individual. Oh boy. You gotta look at the stream, buddy.
I like both. I got
Uh,
angles. I got delay.
I got angles, I got delays.
Oh boy.
But
Lawyer.
as they all are looking towards you, they look through the vision and at each and every single one of you. Oh boy. For the first time since you've seen this happen before with Zale, but you've never heard actual audio portions. This time you hear this.
Hello, can you hear me? If you can, my name is Zaman. We are,
Well, I can't hear
believe,
anything. So
in a
I
different
gotcha.
land, but it looks like you're in the forbidden expanse. If you can hear me,
this sucks. I feel like a bad player.
please respond. I don't know exactly where you're at, but I know I've been there before. I don't know how I got where I am currently, but maybe we can help each other.
Before eventually you see as they begin to sort of wait for a response. What do you guys all say, and what do you guys all do?
Now, Creelan has been relaxing in a corner, and I see them. They're like a hologram, basically.
Kinda,
Is that
yeah.
how we're kind of
So-
experiencing it?
So it's more of like, so imagine there is a sort of a massive sort of triangle in size, and it's just sort of floating about, and inside the triangle seems to be these visions playing. Not necessarily holograms, but more of like a, sure, if you want to sort of think of it this way, like a sort of transparent screen.
Okay. So I want to take just half a breath, realize that I heard a voice saying that we're going to be attacked. I didn't really see it clearly because it's over there. I see it. So I'm just going to take a step and throw a kunai at the image. One of my wooden kunais are just getting thrown.
All right. That said, make an attack roll, target yourself for the sake of having something to target through in Foundry, and I'm gonna obviously take away the damage.
All right. Attack. Normal.
Ooh, let's see what you got. 11 total. As you throw this sort of kunai, you see as it lands just a short, not able to sort of or embed through it. As it sort of lays there right below this sort of image, you see as it doesn't seem to sort of change, alter, or hesitate. No reaction.
I'm just going to draw another one and wait.
Alright. That said, what are the rest of you?
The other wouldn't say anything.
Me time then. Okay. Zale's gonna clear his throat. Hey there. Weird hologram. I'm Zale Xenoctis. I don't know how you're talking through this triangle, but it's nice to meet you, I suppose. We're currently on a floating island in a. Does he know the name of the Forbidden Expanse? Sensei?
Yeah, you do.
Okay, yeah, I'll say that then. We're on a floating island in the Forbidden Expanse. Might have heard of it, might have not. Yeah, we're kind of just exploring right now. Where are you?
This begins to happen. You see as the vision begins to change once more. As you see the individual with sort of green hair and a warforged body begins to try to look out and try to speak. However, just as they do, you see as the image or the triangle begins to slowly shrink and fade back onto the palm of your hand. However, as it does, you see as it slowly begins to change and sort of almost begin to manifest more and more as it just stays there kind of pulsing and glowing, not move, or not sort of moving anymore, or detaching itself any longer.
Oh. Can he, like... Is it, like, visibly, like, pulsating? Or...
Yeah. Your entire hand is, like, basically glowing red right now.
Oh, that's new. Gonna, like, try to shake his hand. See if it
Nothing
goes
seems to
away.
happen.
Sort of, like, attempt to touch his glowing red hand. Now, then, not, like, the marked part, but just, like, his hand that's glowing in general. You know, like, finger.
As you begin to kind of try to examine it, you see as it kind of feels like an inert kind of power, something that is almost sort of like dormant, but waiting for something to be almost released, to be expanded upon. However, as it's sort of doing that, with each sort of pulse, it gets almost sort of closer and closer to that true manifestation. Regardless, and this is all strange to you, my friend.
Yikes. I don't know how to react anymore, so, someone else can take the floor. Yay!
Speechless at this point. It's an onslaught of events happening. Sirius is just gonna kind of just stand there and probably try to digest all this happening.
It is a lot. It is a lot.
What the fuck is going on?
I love that answer, Phoebe, but, unfortunately, I don't know. My hand usually doesn't glow. At least I don't think it does. Just kind of, like, start thinking.
It glowed once from before.
Oh, no,
You
he knows
touch
that.
it?
He meant, like, in a past life. Like, what if it secretly just glue the whole time?
Can you touch it?
Like, the mark part?
Yeah, kind of like does it feel weird?
He'll touch the mark part now.
Same thing as before. Doesn't seem to really do anything.
It's just there, you know,
Okay.
pulsating.
Does it hurt?
No.
No, it does not. It feels weird. It's like, wants to... I don't know how to describe it. It's strange. I don't think I don't think I've had this before. At least, not that I'm aware of.
Maybe it's like some kind of communication sigil, you know?
Yes, was maybe suggesting that there could be others with that sort of marking and have more dominion or control over it. That they probably harness the power within it to contact you. Maybe at least specifically, but anyone may be sharing such a mark.
I see. Well, as long as it's not that asshole other voice, I suppose it's okay. They didn't seem horrible.
And honestly, and Sirius is just gonna start walking up towards Zale. I feel like with the events being what they are, I think another disaster might not hurt us. But Zale, if you may, if I see your hand.
Oh no.
Wait, what?
We have. If they are contacting us for a battle, we need to reinvoke it. We need to. If they seem to have more knowledge about this, we need to gather more allies. Am I not wrong in thinking this way?
You're not suggesting we, touch marks, yes?
Yes.
Then you alone will bear the consequence.
I don't think that's what caused it, Sirius. Look, I'll be honest.
my physicality has been changing in in the span of seconds, which feel like eons. I think I am done with precautions.
I'm not, unfortunately. So like back up. I have things to do. It's complicated. I don't want to go throwing my life out there for something I don't even know about. Or people I don't even know about.
I'm down to do it.
What?
Just throwing that out there. Just letting you know.
Krillin, did you just fly over just like a fucking UAV or something?
This is really Krillin. Krillin just came online. Oh fuck!
I was trying to test it out.
He heard Dale has 5G in his blood, so he wanted some.
And you don't want to share it.
What I was really going to do is just fly up, just drop down to Phoebe, just give Phoebe a hard look, nod his head, say Phoebe, and then I'll just look at Zale. Figures that came out of your palm.
I don't know.
You seem to take them as allies. Are they?
We do not know.
You know, it's a vision. They didn't seem like they wanted to kill us, so I'm down. Unlike some other people we met.
Forgive my wariness on new folks as I look to the druid. I did hear a voice that we will be attacked soon, along with understanding from the drunken monkey.
Where?
How do we know that they won't be the force that attacks us?
Well, Sensei, a question. Did we see the background of like where they were?
Make a perception check with sight, so you have advantage.
Okay, that is alt. I think I rolled nature by mistake.
Oh yeah, that is
I
nature.
rolled. Yeah, oopsie, I did not. That was
you are
close. Okay.
Oh no.
Okay. I mean, it's better than 5.
Yeah. Is that the final roll though?
I don't have any inspiration, so yeah.
Okay. So, you looking at their sort of area, they seem to be in a small campsite. And when I mean campsite, I mean like 2-3 tents, really. And they also seem to be in this middle of a giant, massive sort of forest. Any significant things with a 10? I mean, everything was kind of blurry and hard to see. You only got a 10 as well. It was kind of really hard to really make out any shapes and different sort of significant things of their form and on their person, besides the 2 Warforged, the 1 Leonin, the Red Panda, and then the massive Myconid.
Well,
but you did know there were others, you just weren't able to get a better read at them.
Well, Krillin, I thank you for your worry about them, but they were in a forest area and said they weren't where we were, so... And we're in a desert, so...
They said that they were potentially from here, though.
Doesn't mean they're here right now.
True.
And besides, if they did want to kill us and attack us, why send a message in my palm to begin with?
To lure you?
Or if their intentions were to kill, why send a warning in the way they did?
Exactly. They don't want to hurt us, not that I can tell. Besides, we're capable enough to beat some robots, lion, mushroom. He's getting more weirded out as he says it out loud.
And I guess in
Kinda.
when Zell kind of trails off thinking about the creatures, I kind of beseech the Phoebe, can I see your marking, please?
Right, yeah. Okay. Oh, my hands?
Yes, your palm marking.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm freaking
What's
muted.
marking?
Real quick before that happens, you would see as Kaio would begin to say, even though my voice doesn't really matter here, from what I could tell, they seemed at least a little bit genuine. But that was only the individual speaking. I can't say much about the others, though.
That is the voice you would have to trust it then.
See? Exactly. Even Kai over there agrees with me.
Okay, but wait, why does he get to talk anyways? He tried to kill us.
We
Forgive and
Have-
forget.
Okay,
to
yeah,
more-
fair.
we came to more of understanding when
So
you
easily
became
swayed.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, I didn't expect that reaction.
You'll see as he'll just say and look towards Phoebe and just be kind of a shit-eating grin, but just say, "Well, you tried to kill me as well, so."
Touche.
Eh?
I guess you're right. Whatever.
Right, yeah, we're all friends now.
I think he makes a good point.
Yeah, it
Right,
is.
you.
Oh, you.
Oh, it's okay if I call you Brent.
Wow. I'll say, excuse me, Phoebe, and I'll just fly right over, pick up my kunai.
Eyes, you farmer. Fucking eyes, you up and down.
Pick up the
And then
kunai
float.
that I threw and missed. Then I'll fly back over here. Just literally jumping and floating, flying over Phoebe.
Part 4.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, so which marking does Phoebe have?
So she has a mark on both of her hands. So she has one on the left being a shadowy sort of dot. The other one on her right is a golden dot.
I hate my wee brain sometimes, god damn it.
Draw it.
Do you need to know which one? Do you need me to list out who has what? Like for everybody, real quick.
Yes, because I would have that committed to memory.
Okay. So Zale, as you guys know, has the red triangle. Phoebe has the black dot and the golden dot. You can easily remember it because Phoebe always has two. Creelin has the black star. Farmer has the purple square. And Ilva has a white circle with a smaller circle inside. Sirius, you have a blue mark, and it's kind of, I'll be honest, the shape of it is, there's not really a shape of it, but imagine just blue or swirls. That's the easiest way
The
to...
ditto of marks.
Sure.
Called Uzumaki! I'm kidding.
Sure.
I gotta
if you
get it
gotta
out,
do-
sorry.
I mean,
It's the Sega Dreamcast symbol.
So what?
Basically. Dreamcast.
Is
That
Pat
icon.
her chief yet?
Oh my god, that means I got GameCube.
I
Oh,
got a
stop. No,
Dorito.
okay.
Are you kidding
Focus.
me?
Also,
Focus,
real
focus.
quick, I wanted to say this because I saw Av in chat. He's one of the the OG members of the Vanguard, like the commanders. No, Paroth is still a commander of the Vanguard. He's one of the main captains.
He chilling. He grubbing.
Yep. Yeah. At this point, he owns his own monastery. Wow.
Oh, fine.
Okay. Is there any way I can get a sense of maybe what energy in the markings that Phoebe has?
Sure. Make an Arcana check for me.
Let's go!
Since you guys
there
are
it
willing
is.
to throw your lives away, just make a sandwich.
Yeah.
Just Phoebe, put both hands on your hand.
All right, I'll be back
granted,
in
are
this one.
you? Granted, you're just looking at him. You're not touching him.
I'm not. I'm just looking at them. I'm
Gotcha.
examining their. Well, I'm not touching it, but I'm going to try to examine their the mystical nature if they have any. And I got an 18.
18. So this is frightening. Let me explain. Out of all of the schools of magic, now you're not necessarily like a wizard or anything, but you are definitely of arcane nature, specifically more on the sort of druidic side. But with your Arcana check of 18, none of the schools of magic, not evocation, not transmutation, not even, well, psionics, reside anywhere near whatever this thing is. Which begins to make you think and ponder, as curious of a mind you are. Could it be either a modified version of magic or even a new school of magic?
Alright, time to nerd out. Can I maybe suggest if there are any, since one is supposedly golden, I am going to take that as a sign of either of a divination magic. And for the black and walking, I'm gonna obviously relate that to necromancy. Do they have any sort of relations or modifications as maybe those markings symbolizing diversions of those schools?
Make another Arcana check with advantage, and if anybody else wants to help, you can lower the DC.
I'll
Hell
help.
no.
I'll help.
Alright, Phoebe. So the DC's lowered significantly.
Gotcha. Alright, advantage.
Or if you want Phoebe
Natural 20!
Alright, nat 20. You are 100% correct in a way. I guess so it's like 90% correct then. So it is definitely, these two are opposites of the sorts. The golden one, from what you can tell, it's more, though it definitely seems to be like at base nature, like the main pillar of it seems to be a foreign school of magic. The golden one has similarities to divine magic and nature of it. The black sort of dot, it's a stranger one. It seems to be of divine nature, but not necessarily good or evil. It's not necessarily like black and white as that, but we'll call it more ambiguous for now.
Okay, can you just kind of repeat that one more time? Sorry.
Gotcha. So gold dot, similarities to divine magic and nature. The black dot, more ambiguous, but kind of still divine.
Okay.
And both of them, they have a base or like a general structure of, this is a foreign school of magic. You have no idea what it is.
Damn. In that case, for seeing Zale's marking, not really having time to really examine it, it popped up when it like projected that.
Yeah, it should have
image,
detached
right?
from his palm.
Am I able to get a quick, can I make a quick theory or hypothesis on what that symbol could have meant?
Yeah, I mean, go for it.
Make this quick
Fire.
before I start blowing up shit. 17.
17. Oh, for an Arcana check. Oh, I thought you were just gonna say what you think it is.
Oh no, yeah, yeah, I wanted to kind of use that as a way to roll, but yeah, you can negate it. That's not what you wanted.
Here, just tell me what you're thinking. I mean, I can tell you whether you're confident or not in that answer or not. You know.
Okay, so yeah, just saying it. Remember, at this point, with seeing Phoebe's symbols and kind of just starting to speak it aloud from the thoughts, Siri's gonna start maybe projecting the thought of maybe sales symbol being more of a fire base. He projected with communication base, but no, the same thing with possibly evocation. Right, to be more symbiotic out of the fire elements, and triangles being more of a direct symbol. This could be a good standard for a foundation of the hypothesis.
The more and more you think about it, it's kind of, because you can't really like sort of connect it to a certain school of magic. Just looking or at that brief sort of guess or glance at seeing it, you're not entirely like Zale's is a lot more harder to sort of pinpoint on what it could possibly be. Now, granted, the more you kind of think about it, it leans from considering the fact that you saw something sort of change and morph and also display before you, could be, rather than evocation, a destructive magic. Could be maybe leaning towards either transmutation, hell, even abjuration if you really want to make a stretch, but more so maybe even divination. Not necessarily divine, but more of peering into the unknown. But that's all you can get with that roll. That said, while you're theory crafting, what is everybody else saying in response to Sirius's theories?
I'm still holding both of your hands, VB, if you kind of want more context. It's literally like examining and like peering into them.
I said you're holding the hands and whatnot.
Like having palms up, examining the markings.
There you go. Oh boy, are you having like an anxiety attack over there?
It's like serious fucking going to a bomb and just like, oh, red wire.
Man. Creelan, were you saying something?
Oh, you're muted by the way, Ducky.
I was definitely a panic attack. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
One of you guys are definitely gonna blow up.
Bomb analogy.
Were you gonna say something, Creelan?
No, I just want to punch something.
All right, fair enough.
Krillin is still amped up. He was trying to meditate earlier, but this ain't. He can't calm down right now.
Violent tendency.
So what's up?
I believe your markings are maybe yours specifically could lead to some sort of branching off of a different school of magic, that being of a divine sense. The black one, it seems to be more elusive to my knowledge, but it could lead to some sort of necromancy or some divine sort of necromancy, and almost the polar opposite with your golden one.
That's
For
cool as fuck.
For the
That's
Zeus,
cool as fuck.
it's for the Zeus with his personality. I thought it would be more evocation and more destructive in nature, but it seems to either be some sort of divination or even abjuration.
Zale's gonna scoff at the mention of divination in his presence.
Mind you, divination does not really mean that of the positive spectrum of the divine sense. It could fall into the negative or even that of the neutral. So it's not set in stone for what it might come from or originate.
And
He likes that better.
as you're kind of saying this, Phoebe, you begin to hear almost differing voices entering into your head. One seems to be kind of raspy and another one seems to be more high-pitched. And the third one, that voice rings true. Raven, check your DMs.
My DMs.
Oh, it's cool as fuck.
Gotta hit
Oh,
her.
cool
with
as
the
fuck.
DM.
Not the DMs. She gets the cool lore. We get scraps.
Okay, I'm making lore. I don't care.
I made.
I am the lore.
All right, when you give me a thumbs up when you see all that.
In real life.
In the meantime, I'm gonna go by the druid and check on the quality and security of my manacles.
They are definitely kind of not. Well, they're manacles, so I guess you can't really do much with them. You can't fucking see them, so there's that. So yeah, they're pretty much good. They're pretty much as you left them. Maybe a little bit more wear and tear, but that's probably from him.
Fair.
Still functioning, working as you intended.
Fair. Just gonna fly over them for a second.
I'm sort of looking over at his inspection, and I was just gonna step over and step over and then and then generally say, it seems the manacles that you are using aren't doing the job. Not that I think that we will need them forever.
Yes, please. Make the manacles even tighter. And he kind of rolls his eyes.
You could flame them to his skin with your flamethrower. That'd be pretty cool.
Wait, what?
I would like
Now,
them to
now.
be able to detach. But that is interesting.
He'd always have his arms tied, Ben, if they were fused together by flame.
Now, you two, now. And I might be the individual who is less fleshy than the rest of you, but I insist that we proceed with a sense of humane treatment of this individual. Hopefully, we will reach a day where we no longer need to treat each other with hostility. And it would behoove ourselves to treat this individual in a positive light, despite any sort of resistance he provides or they provide.
I think I
I'll hear
prefer
that,
the other one better.
and I'll just lean down into the druid's ear and just say, "Stay on the path." And I'll just fly over here because I'm
Alright.
antsy.
Right. Hey, Creelan, make a perception check. $18? Okay, I'll get back to you in a minute. Alright, so while Creelan is flying around, is there anything else you guys are doing?
Sirius, kind of feel like he's on a cusp, so he's gonna run over to that statue.
Okay. As you do, dash on over. Let me move your token for you. Oh, wait, what? Oh, I gotta do it over here.
I'm highlighted.
You're
Damn it,
like
let me
that guy
drag.
from, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia with like the billboard and connecting the dots everywhere.
If you could look at it!
That said, you look over towards the statue and you just see the name whisper once more.
How big is it?
The statue itself?
Yeah.
If it was a creature, it'd be considered huge. Size, like, wise, it's roughly 12 to 15 feet.
I'm climbing a rock.
Yeah. Easy enough. You are a taller individual. It takes a little bit, but you're able to jump up and hoist yourself closer towards the statue.
And I'm just start peering and examining it.
Make an investigation check.
22.
22. All right. So as you look towards the statue, it doesn't seem to be too much involved with it or anything just sort of hanging around it. But the statue itself, again, it sort of resides with that of the likes of a Leonin individual. They seem to not wield any weapons, and again, just having this giant sort of muzzle placed upon them. Getting this, you may get the sense that, well, at least if they made a statue of them, they have to mean, or have at least some sort of meaning to these individuals who resided here. But whether they're a leader or just a god of some sorts, you're not entirely sure. Though you look at the stars pretty frequently, you haven't seen any other new constellations of the divine that would kind of reference this individual or anything on its form. So maybe it could have been one that just sort of arrived, or who knows. Not much you can really deduct from this.
Okay, I turn back and yell to the group. I kind of awkwardly put up a thumb in the sky and just stay there.
What is he doing?
The light changed him.
He's signaling or something.
Oh, it's
I'll do
good!
Doesn't it like give a look to me?
This has piqued my interest, and I'll float up there.
Oh
All
no,
right.
he disappeared.
I am the statue.
Do you just
My
put
bad.
yourself on top of the statue? Okay.
You know what? I did it. So, yep. On the bicep area for what it
Don't
looks
commit!
Alright. As you do,
like.
it is it's a statue. Like, you are perched atop of it. It doesn't give
Fair
away,
enough.
but because you know how to sort of distribute your weight. So
And I begin to get slightly comfortable.
This is the way.
and as you do, as you let your guard off for only just a moment, you begin to see something off in the sky. Just slowly forming and coursing before sort of spreading. You look out, and Creelan, you're the first to see as the sky begins to start slowly changing colors. And as it does, despite being day, you see there are more colors than just the blue in the sky. It seems to be slowly coursing with a green, a purple, even a red occasionally, but also a blue light and astral coloring up above. Almost like the likes of an Aurora Borealis. Oh boy. As this begins to form, you look around as pretty much all around you begins to slowly sort of course with this light. And you all begin to hear in your head just saying, "Oh, time's ticking, children. I hope you've prepared."
I didn't study.
Like I said, your ways will be destroyed, and you will join eventually. Before the voice, the familiar one, begins to fade from your heads. And you just see as the Aurora Borealis just stays in the sky, just ever changing and ever shifting. What do you all do?
This is not the code. There should be no Aurora Borealis in this prison. Oh,
Raylan, is this the attack you were talking about?
I'll look around. There is no enemy.
Not yet.
Hi.
Alright. I'll take a leap off, and then I'll do a little quick circle around the area to see if the sky is physically different as I'm flying through it.
It doesn't seem, well, actually, it does feel a little bit different. It feels a little bit colder than usual. Now, you've experienced cold because it was snowing the other day, right? But it also kind of has that same sort of, kind of freezing temperatures and coldness, if not even colder, the higher you fly up into the sky, as more and more of the colors begin to take over it. Looking about, you don't see any figures around, not on the ground, not in the air, not beside you or anything like that. Oh, shit. While that's happening, Kaio would just sort of look up towards the sky and just go, fuck. Seems like the starry ones are approaching. But I'll be honest, you all said that you haven't seen this before, or haven't even been here long. I'll tell you one thing. I haven't seen this in the Forbidden Expanse or Jaded Dragon Valley. This is new. I don't like the looks of this.
I don't like new things here.
I don't like new things either.
I kind of look towards the allies and say, like, let's quickly regroup. Things might help me not to be safe. And I'll slowly make my way towards them. Well, quickly.
Alright, easy enough. You sort of climb down and begin to sort of head back to the likes of Ilva and Farmer. As you do, Zale Creelan and Nephibi Morga. I made sure to do that one. What were you doing?
Yeah, following. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm just hopping down, following the group.
You got it.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna
Oh, sorry, shit. I got distracted. I'm sorry.
actually go to the top and just perch on top and then like do a Assassin's Creed scan of this city area here because something's coming. I want to see if I can see it.
Just
You're-
Krillin.
You look around.
Basically.
You look around and no roll needed. You don't really see much of anything. Again, as I said before, nothing seems to be approaching. It just seems to be that the sky is sort of changed, and you keeping in fact that you're having an ever vigilant eye out, but nothing has sort of nothing has seemed different besides the sky.
Okay.
Make an insight check, Krelin.
Insight. There we go.
22. You get the sense that, and you just coming from a martial background, as it's been a couple of minutes and nothing seems to have happened, you get the sense that probably anything that would have attacked would have started already. This feels more like an omen for things to come. You figure that maybe it's best to still proceed with caution, but there's nothing more that you can do here besides, well, continue on your journey or return back and try to set up defenses. So
I can deal with attacks. I can't deal with these omens. I'm just gonna fly down to the group.
all right. You got it.
And making our way back towards the group, I kind of ask around. It's like, did you all hear that in your minds? It's like the same voice we heard in the beginning.
Unfortunately,
Wait, what voice?
A voice of some sorts that sort of introduced itself when we first awoken in this land.
yeah, they're an ass. Don't worry about them. Be glad you don't have them in your head, honestly.
No, I got it. I think we should all be
Oh,
concerned
look
about
at
this.
you, Zale. Just eyeing you again. But not saying much more than that.
I'm sorry.
This voice has said that that the battle was approaching or something, was it? Time is ticking.
He said, "Time's ticking, children. I hope you've prepared. As I said before, your ways will be destroyed, and you will join."
It seems we might have less time.
So,
What
to
is that?
clarify what it is exactly they're insinuating that we would be joining.
Joining the dead.
Maybe a collective.
Maybe bad things, yeah. Hey Kai, if we were to get attacked, would you help us maybe? Come on.
Do you want the answer that you want to hear, or the actual truthful answer?
No, the
Give him what he wants to hear.
answer.
He'll humor Ilva and just say, "Oh yes, I would make sure to use all of my druidic might to protect and save each and every single one of you, because we are just the grandest of friends."
CCL?
Aw.
Inside check.
Make an
It's so
insight check.
obvious! What do you mean inside check?
Oh no, man, Druid sounds kind of sus. I got a 6.
I got a 6. You know what? I think he's had a change of heart.
I kind of go. God, you actually see. We live under the same sky. We can beat.
Serious.
Huh?
Should have just like shake his head.
What?
I'm rolling my eyes too.
You've been pranked, Sirius.
He wasn't being serious. Serious.
Let us go back to the beach.
Oh my god. What'd you say, Sirius?
Let us make our way back to the beach. Or, Kaio, I actually, you said your people are able to control these or harness the power of these monoliths.
Yes, we typically are, but we do so in number. I myself wouldn't be capable of just severing an entire island.
Maybe not every, but how many a number are needed to control the power here?
I don't know specifics, but dozens, typically. At least probably 10.
Guys, I got a fucking awesome idea. I'm saying this out of character though.
That makes me very worried. I'll let you know that right now.
Do you think
Uh-huh.
we can hot ride this mountain?
What? What?
You see?
On the way down?
No. This is basically this floating mountain is going to be our car.
Oh. I mean,
What?
I'm a bird, so I'm cool with it.
Huh, that is quite interesting. One moment. And Farmer is going to actually step away, and he's going to start doing a survey of the dirt to see if it could be an arable land.
What type of land?
For arable land for farming.
Yeah. Make an investigation check, or no, this. So it's Yeah, I guess investigation check is fine for this. Nature is another one you could use. 10.
Can I have a better one?
I mean, actually, that's really you don't need more than that. Yeah, with the 10. Yeah, this is definitely a land that you could or probably use for farming, most definitely. Definitely better than the sands. Well, easier than the sands, I should say. But as you're kind of looking at the ground, as Sirius is mentioning this and coming up with stuff, Kaya will just say, "Wait, are you seriously thinking about just leaving this place?"
Wait, leaving the place as in this island or
Yes,
the
this
computer
island.
next- No, I think we can probably use this as a more, with your permission and the permission of maybe some of your elders. I believe you have any. We can use this as more of a base of operations or maybe some sort of ambassadorial headquarters.
I'm sorry, he's just gonna keep being a smartass. He'll just say, yes, thank you for asking for my permission and whatnot. And he sort of moves around the sort of manacles behind his back.
That wasn't my idea. It was more of a precaution. But I digress.
He has a unified approach to how to approach, that is to say, prisoners. So I don't believe our friend here will give us a friendly affirmative answer unless we rebuild our rapport with them. Thus far, there seems to be some rebuking of his words.
I wonder why.
Yeah, Zale.
I'm sorry for existing, Ilva. I can't really help it.
It's okay, at least you're sorry for it.
What the fuck did I do?
There was no winning that one. That was an unwinnable battle.
I literally did. Zale literally did nothing.
The reason why I asked this is because you mentioned going to the beach. Now, I don't.
Are you not a fan of the beach?
I don't have. Why would I want to go to the beach? My mission is here.
What? Thinking about it now. Friends, do we really have any roots set in our last?
The monkey.
Yeah.
It's not really roots with the monkey, you know?
Is it really roots, or are we kind of like passing by?
We're just passing by.
I did
Say
like.
that it is difficult to plant roots on a beach, while here it seems like the soil is just fine for planting roots.
And monkeyless.
you'll see as, meanwhile, back on the beach, you just see as Bovie Von Bovie just fucking kick back with a fucking coconut, just like, it's so quiet around here. Just sipping and getting drunk and having a great time.
Oh, don't worry, friend. Give us an hour.
Put out to 20 feet. I'll reach him.
I'm really hoping this shit ends with Bobby just seeing an overcast shadow and just us like.
Oh man.
Just fucking District 9 style, just spaceship.
He just has, he's chilling with some shades and just like,
Wow.
what the fuck? Oh man.
Okay, like feeling this kind of just can I, again for another stretch, get a sense of the power here? The naturalistic power here?
The point that I'm trying to make is, quite frankly, I really don't care what most of you do. I know what I'm supposed to do, and at least confirm that's whether these individuals of the Yasuda are here or not, and then return back to my home. Simple as that.
Your home is the Jaded Dragon Valley?
As I said before, yes. But I wasn't just sort of sitting amongst the rubble, just to say, oh, let me just get a quick glance up here. Oh, that was a nice 100-sun journey. Now time to go back to the beach.
You want
I'd like to propose
to
something.
explore more?
Yes, Mama.
Yes, I would like to propose that the hostilities we had in the beginning of our encounter with this individual were well misunderstood, and that it would be best for us to do our best to start over. Not that it is a simple affair, since they have a mission. Perhaps we could be some assistance to that mission, and perhaps we do not need to. Perhaps to a certain point, we do not need to consider these, and he points to the shackles, as a necessity. Of course, you know, it is, there's some anxiety about what, And he begins computing for a little bit.
Yeah.
A loading bar peers up.
David.
Why don't we focus on one thing at a time?
Yes.
Sort of like raise an eyebrow, Kai. So Kai, you want us to explore?
I want to explore. Whether you come along with, I mean, it's like, as I mentioned before, I made a mistake. I wasn't supposed to attack you. My emotions got the best of me. I know that, obviously, attacking you now would be a foolish mistake, so I don't have any intentions to do so, because I know assuredly I would lose. Also, I gain nothing from doing so.
Yeah, can't we just let him go? Like, just...
That's what my next
do an
suggestion
insight
was.
Okay, cool. Just like...
I mean,
Well, hold on. Lots of things. Make an insight check. 10. From what you get, like, yeah, he kind of seems pretty genuine. Like, it doesn't really benefit him, from killing you guys, because as he's explained his mission, it doesn't have anything to do with killing. It's just scouting, right? And then also on top of that, just you knowing, he's honest and truthful. He cannot win in a fight against you guys. You have proven that.
I must have missed something. What happened between, like, did something change? Because, like, when I rolled an insight check last time, you said that you would most likely benefit to keeping the manacles on.
Yeah.
So,
I
like,
rolled a 10. I don't know what that means.
That being said, I say that because if you you over with your insight check from earlier, it's best to keep the manacles on because most likely he will just go off and go do his own thing. He will bolt and leave. So if you don't want him to do that, it's best to keep the manacles on. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And that was also the reason, because that was kind of more when you were questioning him, or at least a little bit afterwards, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
With this, we don't really have much of a reason to keep you bound, Kyle.
Unless
Is this
we can,
agreed upon of us?
I mean, unless we can still make an agreement or whatever.
I
You
believe
want to
we
go
should.
to the? You said you want to go back to the beach.
Well, it's just a suggestion. If looking
Yeah.
back at the Aurora Borealis, if the study focus they put on are soon to approach, we should probably make our ways back there. Just it's more familiar territory.
Oh, also, hold on one second. I got to DM this person.
Oh,
And I know that he can control. He said that him and at least 10 others, whatever, can control the rock, whatever. But that's a whole rock. What happens if we just take like a little rock? Is it possible that he can control that?
Only one way to find out, right?
I mean, I'm willing to.
what?
I'm willing to let him
Hey,
go.
Showcase, check your DMs.
If he can do that for us.
Well, I mean, we could go back to the beach. Yeah, that's cool and all, but I don't.
Or we can just stay up here. Like it don't matter to me.
Yeah.
I suggest. Farmer brought up a good point. To show an outside respect, and also as a way to wipe away the past slate and start anew, we let you go, Kyle, and you go about your business, whether that be returning on to your clan and continue maybe exploring the rest of it within the expanse. But if I can be just a tad bit selfish, I would just maybe ask if you can give me specifically direction as to how we can utilize this island, or maybe just a piece of it, if at least for our own relation.
It's not
Yeah.
really selfish, by the way. He
It's
did
selfish
attack
in my
us.
mind.
He did attack us, and he is here now because of his actions. Those are called consequences.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you guys
He
want
not
to leave,
already sustained the humiliation of defeat and of shackling.
I mean, we're just too good for him. Clearly, too strong. Besides leaving, I don't really mind. It's just curious, considering that where the Yasuda live, and that I'm one of them. You know, I was.
I'm also gonna quote an air.
You know, I was just a little curious. You know, maybe I would regain my memory, but you know, I guess I don't care too much currently. Because, you know, this shit, he's gonna point to the sky.
Maybe if you guys touch foreheads, you'll get your memories back.
Me and Phoebe, or me and Kai?
You and Kai.
No.
You sure? It seems like you guys got a lot of history. Potentially, maybe. it'll
And I
spur
don't
some
think that's
kind
how that works.
You
Yeah,
never
I
know.
agree.
Compatriots, as I look to the whole group, please make a decision, as he's wearing my favorite pair. I'd like it back if need be.
Are we in agreement of letting Kyle go?
Yes.
Sure, just please don't try to kidnap me again. Please.
Right. That said,
We've done enough damage to each other.
Over farmer.
Oh, you
Down
said.
behind them. Monk speed, just as fast as they went on, they come right off.
as it happens, you see as the manacles are swiped into your hands, and you see as Kaio is just slowly gather forth and look towards them. And then he will look towards Sirius and say, well, I believe Sirius has it, or could be Ilva, one or the other, and just sort of So, I believe you have something of mine.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I pull out
sorry.
the mistletoe.
Alright. As you sort of... do you hand it to him?
Yes.
Sort of take it. And... Now, as he's doing this, he is not just sort of lackadaisical about it. He is eyeing each and every single one of you, waiting for any sort of sudden movement for one of you to strike. But as he begins to watch and witness that none of you do anything, just to back up for a moment and just sort of say, so, I'm going further into this island to see exactly what all resides here. If you want to follow, that is up to you. If you go to the beach or whatever you're saying, to enjoy your day, that is to you. But, I leave now. Are you coming along or are you leaving?
Where I come?
Alright. Ilva says that. Is there what about everybody else? We'll just do majority rules and whatever wins the most, that's what we're going with.
F that monkey.
Yeah, I wanna
Like
know
my
with them
monkey friend.
too.
What did you say, Ilva?
I'm all for learning more ways, so I want to go back to the beach.
Alright, so Creelan for the beach, Ilva for continuing forth. Farmer, what about you? Well, I'm just gonna go token-wise.
Our farmer is going to nod. He's not going to say anything yet, but is going to nod in acknowledgement and then gauge the rest of the party just to see what their responses are.
Okay.
An introvert.
Phoebe, what about you?
Yeah, I'm going with Ilva. Because
Alright.
she seems like she knows what she's doing.
Funny.
Ilva and Phoebe for continuing forth. Zale, what about you?
He wants to learn, so he's going
Alright.
with them.
So Phoebe and Phoebe for going further. Sirius.
Animus wants to hijack the mountain.
Oh,
We need the keys.
Yeah, we need the key so that we gotta follow the boy.
So is that going for, or that's for the mountain? Or island?
Hi.
Okay.
I got a
That said,
D4.
so that is
Thanks,
for
bro.
one farmer. Is there anything you would like to add to this? Right now, it's majority rules, but you can still add your piece.
I'm seeing the majority rules states that yes, we are passively following the druid.
Yes. But
And
if there's anything
you-
else you want to add?
Oh, well, I'm going to the lights in my eyes are going to shut off and turn on, basically imitating what a blink would look like, and is going to look to everybody and is going to say, "Wow, this arrangement seems to be working so far."
All right. Well, if that is the case, I just only ask for you to keep up. And you will see as his form will change and shift, and you'll see as he begins to sort of crouch down, and wings begin to slowly form up from his back, and his entire nature changes as he shifts from a humanoid creature to the likes of a hawk. All right.
High level.
Shit, I'm a high enough.
Boom. That said, is this right? I don't have the token. Oh well, there's a hawk. Deal with it.
You're small.
Shut up! I have not learned how to become bigger. But
Serious on there's jackal mode.
oh no. That said, as this happens, he begins to soar off, and upwards towards this location. All right.
All right.
Oh,
Freeland's gonna walk in the direction of the beach. Look back.
Or actually, wait, hold on. Retcon that. I'm stupid. I forgot where the fuck it is. It is not that way in the least bit. It is this way.
oh,
It is in, or is in the sands, or towards the sands.
Going in the direction of the beach. Look
The
back
beach
again.
is more so this way entirely. He is heading towards the ruined sort of buildings from afar.
Take one more step. Look back.
Wait, how did?
God damn it. Fly with the group.
Hey.
Haha, you like us, Krillin, haha. You have emotional connection, haha.
So gets
More
back
like
Yeah.
into
like
the
the
crew.
numbers.
That's definitely not survival in numbers and
Yeah.
practicality.
He cares so much.
As this sort of happens, as you're making fun of them, just sort of teasing them, Zale, you do see as a spirit begins to slowly form and just sort of high fives you, and you get D4 inspiration
Yeah, see, he agrees
from
with me.
chat.
He agrees.
Wait, it says all island. It's like where Kyle's leaving. Is he like going off the island?
No. The island is massive. Like, you guys are literally just on the, or like kind of towards the edge of it, or closer to the edge. He's going further inland.
I keep when all the
You
cliffside.
guys have
I'm
not
thinking like,
gone
all right, that's.
far at all.
I see the edge on the map, and I'm thinking like, oh, that's.
Oh,
there.
no.
No, that's just sand, yeah?
Yeah, that's just the void. No, I'm kidding.
All right, yeah.
So it's like
Follow
Minecraft
that.
sand. We step on it and we fall.
Alright. Ilva, it's assumed that you just sort of slide off the sort of side to make sure you're not, jumping off and breaking your legs, but yeah, you're good to go. Doesn't take much
I'm
of
also
anything.
gonna cast Vigilant Blessing on myself.
Vigilant Blessing, you got it. That is, what does that do again? That's the advantage on initiatives, right?
Yes.
Okay. Alright. So, as the are assuming all of you guys continue and following Kaio. Alright. The party continues forth. And eventually, where's you guys? Where's this? Yep. Eventually, you guys find yourselves as soaring through the, or you see as Kyle is soaring through the sky. Eventually, he begins to sort of slowly descend and land in between the likes of two sort of raised sort of structures, not buildings, but instead sort of rocky sort of kind of have trouble sort of explaining it. Not mountains, but kind of cliff sides. There also seems to be down below more and more of the sand, but there also is a bits of water sort of flowing amongst it. Bits of greenery here and there, and even a couple of cacti.
Don't trust the water.
Looking about, however, he drops down and just yells out, "I see a couple of bodies. Come quickly."
Oh shit, right.
Oh no, dead people.
And
He can
you
talk
guys-
in hawk form.
Well, he drops down and changes to a
Oh.
humanoid and yells out,
Serious growing jealous.
No, dear God. Oh
God,
God.
that's cool.
Oh man. But you guys eventually see this map. Alright. That said, you look around and the map is yours to explore. You see bits of broken sort of materials and tools, but not too far, a little bit of a cliffside that you'd have to climb to get on top of, obviously. But even a couple of skeletons. Now granted, the cliff's over here. Can I ping? It's a 10-foot sort of climb, so, but it's easy enough for you guys to try to do. Unless you are, like, have a negative in your strength modifier. You'd need to make an athletics check then.
Shit.
Oh shit. Oh wait, I forgot. This is the group for that. Oh no.
We're not gym bros. There's only one of us that worked out.
Also 10 feet. Is that also 10 feet right there?
Yeah, all you can assume all of them are basically 10 feet.
Okay, just wanted to make sure because they were different colors.
Farmer, are you trying to investigate this thing over here?
Yes, I would like to determine more about the nature of this rubbish if it is exactly what it looks.
Yeah,
like
everything on the
map.
map is exactly pretty much what it looks like. I'll tell you if it doesn't, though. Make an investigation check, Farmer.
Yep, trying to. Ooh, just targeted myself. Stop that.
Farmer starts short-circuiting.
While Farmer's moving up, can I kind of go like in the center,
19.
like kind of like where the center is?
Oh yeah, you can. Oh yeah, I gotta move your thing. Oop. Are you climbing on top of it?
No, I'm just kind of like examining around here.
Gotcha.
Uh,
Make an
yeah,
investigation check
can I-
as well. Yeah. Make
Like,
an
can I
invest.
after that?
Yeah, you can climb afterwards, but make an investigation check first. Farmer, what you find over here, 19. Yep, that's able to beat the DC. So you find a broken heavy crossbow, but looking at the way this thing has been broken and shattered, it's not normal. It's, from what you could probably tell with your 19, it's definitely magical in nature of how it was destroyed. But the strange thing about it is you don't see any like bits of like sort of burn marks or even bits of like maybe acid just kind of deteriorate it. Seems to be as if it was almost snapped in half. Make an Arcana check for me, Farmer.
That's what I was about to ask.
With a 7.
Pain.
With a 7, yeah, it's just like you're kind of looking towards it, but you kind of get almost overwhelmed with like general bits of theories of how this sort of happened, and you're not able to sort of land on specifically one. You may need a little bit of aid in examining this thing.
Sale,
Yes. Yeah.
you are proficient in the study of Arcana. Is that correct?
Study? No. Arcana? Yes.
Could you please investigate this bit? It seems that magic may have broken this heavy crossbow. I cannot get a hint of the nature of the magic.
Sure. Arcana check.
Make it with advantage because Farmer is helping you. And serious, while they're doing that, what did you get with your roll?
I got a 15, and I kind of want to do something else after that. Once I get.
Okay, you want us to wait then?
No, we can continue on, and I'll do something after to end it.
Okay. So, if that's the case, we'll go to Zale and Farmer. Alright, with your 15, you guys are able to determine that, I know why exactly I wasn't able to sort of pinpoint this. You kind of have a little bit of a eureka moment in your head, Farmer. This is because the School of Magic is psionics. This was broken and torn apart through, from what you could probably tell, telekinetics. Shattered immediately. You can even see bits of residue of psionic tears and even destruction left over, as Zale is able to point out.
I see. This is hinting towards the presence of the oculi? Question mark.
Depends. Well, if we're going off oculi and based off that I can't destroy things with my mind, it would be a more of a what Kaya's a Samada did this, if I'm not mistaken. You know, it's yeah, I can't do that. I can only speak in people's minds. It would be cool to do though. I wonder if I could learn it. He's like thinking to himself now. What if I could like push things with my mind? It's just like, thinking of all the cool things he could do with that. It's distracting himself.
That said, all right. Sirius, as you're sort of investigating your area, you look about, and it seems to be that. Hold on one second. Wait. Oh, okay, gotcha. It seems to be that there was definitely signs of a fight that was here, as you can tell from gathering a little bit of sort of blood off to the side. It seems to be very, very small, but it definitely is a bit of blood onto the rocks. And you, unless you want to do something before you climb this area, is there anything you want to do before you climb?
No, I'll climb up the area first.
Okay. And as you climb up to here, you look around and it seems to be that there is blood stains into the rocks themselves. With your 15 on your investigation check, it looks, or you look over towards the corpses, and there's something kind of wrong with their sort of skulls. Bits and pieces of it seem to be completely fragmented and broken. Make an Arcana check for me.
Ah, shit.
Arcana or Medicine?
23.
I guess. 23? Alright. Yeah, same results.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Oh, you good? Oh, alright.
Yeah.
Get the ice!
With your Arcana check, you get the sense of maybe kind of connecting some dots here. Something happened to these individual sort of minds and whatnot, and that was the thing that sort of caused the blood onto the ground. It's gruesome of a thought, but considering the multiple dents in the skull, you get the sense that maybe an internal force sort of caused this, rather than external.
Oh god, that's worse than what I thought. The brain said, "Eatus deletus, I'm out of this fetus."
I want
man.
to do that.
Okay. Speaking of dark thoughts and what the hell happened there, I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
Detect Magic? Alright, does it take an action or does it take 10 minutes? I forget with that spell.
No, this is for a while magic, so I've just casted it.
Okay. With that, here, you get the sense that this is kind of similar in nature to Zale and also Kaio. This is psionic.
Do I pick up anything else around me in a 30-foot sphere?
30 foot, looking around. No, besides, I don't really know if this is a magic. Oh, we lost a showcase.
Oh,
I don't really know if this is a magic, but more of like a sort of natural, kind of maybe even elemental sort of thing. But you're getting that sense from the water itself. I don't know if that's necessarily a magic though.
Oh shit, am I getting a sense of the same thing we encountered in that first lake?
Yeah.
Alright, time to do some more negotiations with the agua.
Well, while all that is happening, let's go to Ilva, because I think you immediately ran over to there, and then we'll get to Phoebe. Ilva, what are you doing over here?
I just want to see the same thing, like what the stuff is, and the crates and whatever. Oh, where's my pen?
All right, investigation check for me.
It's gonna be super high. I feel it, dude. Oh,
All right, I believe.
it's gonna be a 20. This kid has a 3.
I should stop believing in you guys. It does not work out. From
That hurts.
From what you can tell, I mean, it's easy enough to see you see a broken warhammer or maul of the sorts. But looking towards the crates, it seems to be whatever was in here was pretty much just taken. Having a little bit of trouble looking around. Pinpointing of what happened here, though.
Is there this is just like a regular warhammer then?
Yeah, it's broken, but you could, if you wanted to, you could take the pieces of it and try to sort of pretty much fix it back up.
I'm gonna do a little little differently. Can I just take the the hilt part of it?
Yeah.
Sweet.
You got it. You have a hilt of a hammer or a maul. So it's pretty massive in size. If you want to like sort of, I don't know, karate chop it in half to make it smaller, it's up to you. But okay. There you go. All right. Anything else you were trying to do over here, Ilva?
No, it was just not for the time being.
All right, you got it. Meanwhile, Phoebe, what are you doing?
Yeah, is that a fishing rod?
Sure thing. Make an investigation check.
Oh.
Don't worry, you got the nat 20 this time.
Don't say that.
I don't believe.
Fish
Haha.
rod.
21. It is a fishing rod.
Fuck yeah. I do love fish. Dead.
Fuck yeah, that's cool.
The strange thing
Right.
is, though, one, why is there a fishing rod here? I mean, maybe it's the water, but I mean, you look at the water and doesn't seem to be any fish running around here, you know? Why would they? Doesn't make too much sense. But from what it could be, you look over at the signs of its destruction. Make an Arcana check for me.
Yeah, in the meantime, can I yell out, don't trust the water again?
You all hear that.
Oh,
Cool.
god damn it.
19, as this, with a 19, you definitely get the sense similar to what Sirius mentioned before. This was due to psionic tears and destruction, no external factors. Between your investigation and your Arcana check, whoever is probably wielding this probably were taken by surprise. Just maybe traveling to somewhere, and then immediately an attack maybe have gotten launched. Especially if they just had a fishing rod somewhere.
So you said the water was bad news?
It might be similar to what we encountered in the first pool.
Have you tried talking to it?
Not yet. Just found out.
Okay, can we do that?
Oh, my
Okay.
God.
Yeah, I like talking to water.
Oh man.
Alright, Phoebe, do you want to be an ambassador again?
Yep.
Here,
I go
you-
over to the water.
You got it. You rush over to the water, and you
I'm getting on my knees.
you get on your knees and you're just looking towards it. Are you
I'm
waiting for
looking at
Sirius?
it.
Oh.
I find Phoebe, and in Primordial, I speak out, and hopefully any entity that hears me ask again, entity of the pool, of the body, we beseech communion. I hope I said the fancy words.
Make a persuasion check.
Persuasion check.
Fancy word. You know, all the fancy words.
Kai was just gonna like make a glance towards you.
Oh, two.
Oh wait, hold on, Phoebe. You are helping him, right?
I'm
Cause you're getting down. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
You're making one more time.
Sweet, let's go. That's way better. 16.
16.
Oh, great, yeah.
Okay.
Look at this face. Would this face betray you?
Sorry about that.
Absolutely not.
Okay, I'm gonna hope.
Absolutely.
I'm
I
gonna
just
hope this
imagine Phoebe
works.
like hear me say some words. I kind of cough up. Phoebe kind of like nudges me. Yes.
Get the little kinks out. All right. That said, as you begin to speak in Primordial out to the water, you begin to see as it slowly shifts and rises before you in the shape of another sort of dragon-like creature, you know, or in the likes of a water weird. Hopefully this, because we transferred the server, hopefully the token works. Ah, dang it, it doesn't work.
An anonymous man.
Let me see if I can do this. Water.
I am the man in the water.
Maybe this works. No.
What a weird.
There's two of them.
Does this one work? Fuck no. This
It's
one?
so weird that you can't get an actual image of it.
Oh my god. Okay.
It's so weird
I
we
will.
can't identify with our human
Water
eye.
elemental. Fuck.
What are your pronouns?
Oh man. All right. I'll try to. I'll get an image of a water weird in a minute. But for now, you can imagine the spooky, mysterious man is the water weird. Oh.
Whoa.
Oh man. All right. So, as it begins to rise out towards you, you see as it begins to slowly just look, gaining you as an audience, and just say, "Ooh, we meet again."
Oh shit, it's the homie. Hey, what it do, man?
What do you wish for?
We wish to maybe know more of this land, what has occurred here. Any denizens who have traveled near your waters, and with your permission, we would like to take upon some water for our own subsistence. If you would like to join us in another trek to investigate anything that may have intruded upon you. My friend here would love to take ambassador in such. I think discussions can be said about the last part.
Hold on 1 second. For some reason, I got Water Weird and I uploaded it, and then it uploaded Agni as that is pure comedy.
Agni is the weird.
A man afraid of
What
water
the
is the
fuck?
water weird.
I loaded up the
That
image.
is
I'm like,
weird.
it's finally uploaded, and then I just saw a picture of a turtle man. I'm like, wait, what? Hello?
Agni, we're not supposed to meet yet. It's not the crossover episode. You're like 2 seasons ahead. You can't do that.
That said, Phoebe, are you adding anything to? I mean, granted, you can't really speak primordial.
Yeah, I don't understand. I'm just nodding. I'm just like, yeah.
Give it a couple thumbs up. Yeah. make a persuasion check with advantage.
Okay, great.
Wait, who? Me or her?
You Sirius.
Serious with the persuasion check.
Gonna look.
Oh, thank God, 14.
14. As you mention it, they will begin to say, you know that you harm when you take from us. You slowly kill. Do you understand?
If it does do great harm to you, I would gladly understand and do not take of your waters and relay this message to my allies. If nothing else, I ask for information, for knowledge, and a way to help.
I see. Be resourceful. But this one, the mistress's might wanes. And you'll see as it begins to slowly turn its head and look to the sort of falling sort of giant sort of waterfall piercing through the clouds and embedding themselves into the ocean as it looks directly toward that.
Can I druid? No, I can't be a fish. Alright, sorry. Not yet. Higher level. I'm sorry, I'm thinking out too
Can
much.
I be a fish?
I want to be the cart.
Alright. That said, what did you want one of me or us to travel with? But why?
If you have wishes of returning to the great body
close
of
enough.
water. Oh! Damn, you look good. I mean, sorry.
What the fuck?
I didn't know Sirius like water and elementals.
Nature is
Thank you.
Yes, if you wish to return to the full body of water to your mistress, we have transported another one of your kind to such.
I remember. Saying so correct me if I'm wrong, this is what you're getting at. You're saying that you want them to travel with you so you can return them to the ocean.
If they
correct?
want.
If they want.
Otherwise, I'm just asking what the hell happened here. Why are people's brains eating out of the bodies?
Hungry.
Yeah. That's kind of in for their goals, and you have at least a little bit of favor now. Granted, you're stretching it a little bit, but yeah, they can do so for now. If you didn't have favor with them, they probably with that roll that you made from earlier, it probably wouldn't have been enough. But oh boy, I will get you the thing. So you will, that said, it will nod in agreement and begin to slowly, unless you asked anything else.
No, did it answer like what happened here?
Oh, my bad. Battle. War. Multiple figures. Kill. Bleed. Destroy.
I'll give a description of a person of the Yasuda clan and one of the one that Kyle hails from, and ask, are these figures the ones that them battle here?
What specifically do you refer to, with that?
The Yasuda, the horns, and I don't know, any freaking, I don't know if they can see probably mind effects. Yeah, I guess I'll give more physical descriptions.
Okay. With that, they'll just say, can't tell. Multiple. All having the same. The token. Boom. There we go.
Wow.
Oh shit, special.
Production value. We got it.
Portfolio.
It evolved while
Hmm.
talking.
Didn't we give him a name? We gave him a name.
We gave the last one a name. This might be a different one.
Yeah.
I thought it was the same one.
Well, it remembers you, so.
It probably it's sort of like, hey, you know that one fucking furball? Hey, he pretty cool, you know.
So it's probably like a hive mind, I assume, or something. I don't know.
While this is
That's what I'm
happening,
assuming.
real quick, Creelan, what are you doing off to the side?
You muted, by the way, Showcase.
Yep, I was. So, I'm looking at the side of this cliff, and I decide not to climb it, and I just fly up
Easy enough.
and see some rope. That looks interesting. I pick it up and I check the quality of the rope.
The rope, checking over, no roll needed. It seems to be in a good enough condition, and you have at your, in your hands 20 feet of rope.
Good. I'm gonna just take it and wrap it around, over the shoulder, under the armpit, shoulder to shoulder like that.
Real quick. You also notice as you're up here, there is several blood stains onto the ground near this skeleton corpse.
After I secure the rope, I'm gonna take step by step towards the blood and the skeleton. Look a little bit at this broken chair, pick up a broken piece and just poke the skeleton, see if it reacts.
Poke it, waiting for a reaction. Seems to be long dead. No reanimation.
Alright. Where I'm standing, is it sandy and dusty, or is it like flat rock?
It's more a flat rock.
Alright. So I don't trust that blood. I'm gonna just fly over it and drop that broken piece of chair on it to see if the blood reacts.
Seems to be. Nope. No reaction. The blood itself seems to be long stained into the into the rocks.
Okay. Fair enough. For my last 1 or 2 actions, I'll just drop down and take a peek inside this torn tent, if you want to call it that.
Make it an investigation check for me as you look around or peeking inside this sort of almost pretty much destroyed and ripped to shreds remains of a tent. With a 15, not much, but you're able to at least find one interesting thing. Gathering all the bits of information around, you also find the likes of a soul coin beside you. So you could add that to your, or I will add that to your guys' resources. Just one though. Soul coins. Where the heck is it? You guys are now at 6 out of 10. But being able to probably make a conclusion of what happened here, it looks to be that this was probably the sign of an assassination. Maybe. Or at least this individual was probably the first one to go. From the bloodstain, there doesn't seem to be any weapon, but from what seems to happen, maybe this was the first individual that was maybe keeping watch that was taken down, and then probably the others were taken out right afterwards.
That's fair. I'm gonna just, look around and then see what I suppose is a cactus.
Yeah.
Right next to me. Okay. I'm going to just bird peck at the cactus for a little bit.
With your beak.
Yep.
Alright, you begin to sort of bird peck. Make a constitution saving throw.
Okay. Constitution. About that.
13, 14. You peck it. Ow, that hurts. It's a cactus. But it's not enough to do damage, like a 1 point of damage though. But it does hurt.
Noted. And he's going to sit and think. He has an idea. It hasn't formed yet, but he's thinking.
Oh man. Alright. That said, you have learned that cactuses do hurt when you hit them. Occasionally. Alright. Ilver, you're not doing it, or are you doing anything else, or are you still just residing here waiting for the rest of everybody else?
After the incident with the first water guy, nah, she's just hanging up for right now.
You got it. Zale and Farmer, what have you two?
Well, I feel like we've investigated this piece. There's a bunch of stuff that others have investigated already.
You want to there?
We've already checked out the bodies on top of this thing, right?
Yeah, serious. I just got done with that.
Not this
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
No.
Not that one though.
Okay.
yeah.
Let's go over there. Let's do that.
All right, Farmer. You rush on over and just climb about. As you do, Zale, are you coming along with?
Yeah.
All right. Move your token and all of that stuff. Farmer, as you begin to look over at the sort of skeletons, and at this point you you're in an elevated position and able to see all of them sort of scattered about. Make an investigation check for me. Just you though.
Investigation check.
21.
Yeah.
As you look around and just trying to get a general idea of them, this individual with the bits of blood splattered all across the entire area. From what you can tell, again, this is more of an internal sort of dismemberment. Seems to be that, and again, with the Arcana check from what you made from earlier with Zale's help, you would definitely know that this was made by, well, telekinesis and psionics. They were ripped apart from the inside and scattered about. But as you see the bits of blood, you look over towards the skeleton or charred corpses, or excuse me, just corpses in general. You begin to just sort of have a brief flash, and you, for only a couple of seconds, you find yourself roaming the streets of Nobilia once more, looking out and seeing pretty much a burning city that you would sort of traverse rather daily. You look back down and see multiple bits of the corpses and the skeletons and more not moving, lifeless, before eventually just sort of come back to yourself after the vision sort of stops. Zale, you would know that... Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. I imagine that my eyes shift from their normal hue to red. And then when I snap out of my little daze, I shake my head and then go back to their normal hue.
Mm-hmm. Zale, you do see as Farmer begins to just sort of go out of it, and then just, again, this sort of changing of their eyes and then back to normal. But that's pretty much all you guys see up here.
Well, it seems this one, as we've interpreted from the other spots of investigation, that some sort of unnatural force created, that is to say, tore apart this individual.
Sounds about right. You good there, by the way? Kind of flash red. Is that something you want to talk about?
Armor is going to look over to Zale for a moment, and then he is going to say, perhaps there will be a time, but now is not that time.
He just shrugged his shoulders, like, understood. He's gonna, like, slide down.
Easy enough.
I
Drop down.
Backflip!
Do you do a backflip?
Yes.
Make an acrobatics check.
Where is it? Oh, it's 20.
20? Alright, you get 2 style points. As you immediately just sort of jump off, do a backflip, land in 3-point stance. Flawless execution, my friend.
Yeah.
Alright. While that is all happening, Phoebe and Sirius. Okay. After hearing the likes of what the water sort of has seen, is there any other questions you ask before it begins to change and or shift forms?
Well, taking a moment, I'll refer everything that I spoke with the weird about to Phoebe and see if she wants to bring anything up to the table.
No, I got nothing.
Alright. Sorry about that. As this happens, you will see as the water weird will slowly change and shift in form, and it will turn from its massive sort of size to a smaller one. Almost one that you can kind of carry in your hand. That said, you see as it begins to turn from the sort of water dragon to kind of like a blue watery sort of serpent. And it just begins to slowly seep onto the bits of the sand and just look up towards both of you. Oh god, I forgot about this. And it just says,
I'm ready for adventure! Let's go!
Oh, dear.
Oh, it's so
A
cute.
pickup.
you see as it just sort of coils amongst your hands. Oh god, it's a fucking snake. I forgot about that.
Fuck yeah.
She has a friend now.
It's just sort of coiling amongst your arm at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That's said, Kyle will just look over and just sort of shake his head and just say, last time I tried to deal with them, they strangled me, but okay. Nice. Is everyone ready to continue forth?
Yes.
One moment. Now, go back to the chair, take out my woodcarver's tools, take off that leg, and I'm going to start using the woodcarver's tool just to make a grip, like a sword grip handle, rather. Just to try to shape it into a sword handle.
All right, make a woodcarver's tools. Just make a wisdom check, and we'll add your proficiency bonus afterwards.
Check.
19 or natural 19 plus your you're good to go. It takes you a little bit, but at this point, you knowing exactly where to sort of or where to carve, you're able to make a handle after a bit of time, and you're good to go. Make sure to add that to your inventory so you don't forget about it.
Okay.
All right.
Practice things. Inventory.
So, Creelan, as you do you head back with the rest of the party?
I'm just gonna go back to the cactus and just stare at it, narrow my eyes, and then fly down to the party.
You look at it, it's like, it's not worth it. That said, as you all begin to gather forth, if there's nothing else you would like to do, are you sure? All right. So, the party continues forth with a new ally in the water weirdling in the shape of a snake, and you guys continue further and further towards the likes of the ruins afar. So, as you guys continue, you eventually, after a little bit of travel, approach this small stone village. Now, this is after the course of traveling more and more for roughly like 40 minutes more through the sands. And as you get closer and closer to this stone village, the more destroyed and ruined it looks. At this point, you look around and you see destroyed walls, roofs, crates, as if almost more than just an earthquake sort of appeared and happened, or even just the destruction and ripping apart of the entire landmass. Looking about, it seems to be an entire battle, if not a war, broke out. As you all see this map. Hopefully this works. Boop.
Oh dear.
And also, I'm gonna go grab the water weirdling. So let me go do that. Boop. All right. So, as you guys all begin to see this entire sort of ruined structure, this is really the closest thing that you've actually seen to, well, civilization. However, since you've been exploring, the only thing you have seen is just corpses and more. No more bodies, or living ones at the least, around. What do you guys say, and what do you guys do?
People
Well-
have been living here.
Yeah. And it seems that they aren't anymore. What could have happened?
Our new companion here said there was a war that came between two factions. They do not know who,
What?
but I believe this is the remnants of that war.
But that doesn't make any sense, though. Something's not right here. Those corpses above, did anyone else look at them? In the center?
I have.
From what I looked at, you probably have seen the same thing. They weren't... from what I could tell, the signs of death wasn't just by like a stabbing wound. That was an oculized power. Telekinetics and psionics. Probably sort of embedding themselves into their heads and sort of exploding it outwards. But that's impossible. There are no other Samadans, well, here beforehand. That was the point of us scouting out.
Unless you don't have the full story.
Or unless maybe as a modern had started the conflict again.
He will eye you as you say that.
I'm trying to be sorry. It's thinking aloud. Not in a malicious way. I just feel like if are those abilities only found in some modern warriors?
Yes, it was
I-
a gift. Or a curse, depending on how you look at it.
In this case, I believe maybe one similar maybe has strayed from the path of peace. Sirius is gonna start kind of walking up awkwardly.
I got you, buddy. Alright. That said, you look around and you have an entire sort of ruined village to kind of explore, so you guys tell me where you want to go. But, go ahead.
Oh, you go first, yeah.
You'll see as Kaio just begins to say, I'm going to question a couple of things. That had to be some modern, so Someone had capabilities of psionic power, but that's impossible. Who's here? Guess I should look. Alright, and then he just begins to continue off.
Dale's looking for literally anything he could maybe recognize to help his memory. Anything at all. I assume he's having no luck, but you know, he's still looking.
Make an investigation check, Zale.
Okay. 15.
15. Looking around, this doesn't seem like any or too familiar to you. You try to sort of like remember walking down this sort of path, but nothing seems to ring true. As you continue around about, you see as the most that seems almost maybe familiar. There's a statue off to the side, but the person itself, I mean, granted, you're far a ways, but the person itself, or whatever the statue is, they don't ring a bell. But the nature of it, the design of it seems kind of familiar. But why?
It's just gonna stare at it then.
Easy enough.
Bushes. Or trees. Yeah, trees.
Alright. That said, what are the rest of you doing? Farmer?
Yeah. So I would. One thing that as I go about, and as I start looking about, I'm sort of at first analyzing the rooms themselves to understand like the nature of what damaged it. But then it occurs to me actually, we were just in a place where there were dead bodies. There were the remains of people who had died. Here we have an entire ruined settlement, and I don't see a single dead body. At least if I'm interpreting
That is actually, nope, that is 100% true.
So my goal will be to try to determine. My initial thought is maybe whoever was here was taken away, but I have this sort of suspicion that I'm gonna find something certainly unflattering, that perhaps if there were any, that they're tucked away somewhere. So that's what I'm going to be looking for. It's evidence of beings that were here and that their remains are still around somewhere.
All right, make an investigation check, Farmer. 16. Looking around, scrounging in this area specifically, looking for bits of remains or anything, or to at least lead to signs of it. You don't find much, but you do find something somewhat interesting. You pull out the likes of 3 small crystals of the sorts, and they seem to be sort of coursing and pulsating in this sort of bluish kind of green light. That said, make an Arcana check for me, Farmer. 18. Just from like even just sort of grasping them in your hand, they definitely feel of arcane nature. Now yours, it's granted the way you cast spells is more of you using inventions and stuff like that, or even using your own sort of body, but you're still at least able to connect the dots as you're able to produce sort of magical like effects. So you would know that these things are sort of like magical arcane crystals. These are mana crystals, and 3 of them. If you would like to take them, choice is yours.
I would absolutely. Well, I'm gonna. If I found them here, I guess my first priority is to study like where, based upon where I found them.
Where you found them, they were just kind of scattered about. They weren't like a sort of placed here specifically, like hidden away. They were just kind of like lost in the sort of debris.
Right. It's not as if I'm some sort of investigator, but of course this is basically, I can kind of think of this as a crime scene. If I just take these things without knowing, trying to figure out more about why they're just scattered on the floor, then again, this place was probably wiped out a long time ago. But I'm like, if somebody rolled through here, why didn't they take these? Those kind of questions.
Yeah. All right, but that's pretty much what you find up in this area, for the most part, besides just bits of debris and rubble.
Yeah.
All right. That said, we look towards Ilva. What are you doing over here?
I guess the same thing, kind of what Farmer was saying. I just want to know, like, I wasn't too sure how to enter the building.
Yeah, you could sort of enter. Like, literally, there barely are any walls. It doesn't sort of keep you from entering.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to know the type of, like, try and get an insight of who lived here, the type of life they lived, and that kind of general nature.
Sure thing. Make an investigation check. I think this is a CSI episode. 17. So, looking about... hold on 1 second, actually. One second. Let me make sure. Blah, 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 blah. From what you can tell, this may have been maybe kind of like a sort of... The person who may have lived here maybe have had sort of authority. Maybe. Considering like the likes of the chair and the placement and all that more. Or all that and more. Or maybe trying to maybe connect the dots. People would come here to speak to them or converse for whatever reason, but...
Is there anything in the drawers?
There is. Which leads me to the next thing. With your 17 on investigation, you do find a bit of books and sort of pretty much scattered things. But you look around and you find something kind of intact. And you find what seems to be like a sort of notebook, a journal.
I'll open it and just read a few pages.
Okay. All right. So, it reads the following. 23rd moon. We want to connect with the Wei Feng, but the cackling one's grip on them is too tight. They won't budge until she is gone, but her whereabouts are unknown. Probably underground, but we are unsure. We sent scouts, but they haven't returned. Damn it. She has too many people in her grasp. Too many different stories. Things that you need to write. And the Wei Feng, here's how it is spelled. Boop, can I click? Boop. It's an out of character chat. But XUE space FENG.
Juicy.
I said, there's another page if you want to read further, or you can,
Yeah, let's read it.
Alright. Second page reads, the 24th moon. The starry ones attacked us from the sky. Most of us survived, but I know that some died. I just can't remember who. We're also strangely missing our flying beast. I can only assume they're dead if I have no recollection of them. A terrible truth we must accept in a crazy world we live in. And that is what the second page reads.
Missing beast, potentially dead. Star ones out of the sky. Wonderful. Is there a third passage, sir?
There is a third passage.
Let's continue on this knowledge train.
All right, Lord. The 25th moon. The attack has begun upon me writing this. The Samadans have launched an assault. We must retreat to either the taiga or the valley for safety. I know some ruins across the beach, but I fear I won't have an opening. I'm locked in a closet at the moment, but I heard a strange sound of 100 individuals saying in unison to join what? Before you look at it and you see the rest of the page is covered in an astral light.
Okay, we're gonna shut the book. We're gonna open the closet.
Oh man. You investigate the closet, taking your investigation check from earlier, and it seems to be that it's like the rest of this building is completely destroyed and dismantled, but make another investigation check to see if maybe whether you can tell whether they survived or if there's any signs of someone running away and where you can maybe find them. 13. From what you look around and see, kind of towards the how do you say it? The further into the closet, it kind of seems to be that there is a small sort of hole that some sort of individual could have fit through, exiting out of the back of the entire establishment. Where it leads to is simply kind of just, I mean, there's not really many footprints or what to go off of, but it leads kind of southwards, kind of going through the likes of the southern portion of this this sort of village. But again, with not really many steps, considering the fact that the ground is stone, it's kind of hard to tell where they would have went afterwards.
I'm sorry. Just so I can put this in my head here.
Okay.
This closet thing has the hole that leads to the south of the map. Is this
So
just some Narnia
imagine
stuff or what?
Yeah. So imagine this. If we, oh no, I'm not gonna use that reference. So, imagine there is a closet, and inside you can sort of obviously step in and whatnot. Someone basically puts a hole through the wall or at the back of the closet to basically carve their way out of the entire establishment without getting everybody's attention running through the front door. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah. That sort of
Sorry,
thing.
I thought that was like some magical closet.
Nah.
Narnia.
We're in Narnia, baby.
I literally was like, what the hell am I walking into?
Nah. But also, Farmer, you've received a D10 inspiration dice. There you go.
Double thumbs up. Thank you.
I was gonna take him to Narnia. Nah. But there you go. That information is
What the hell?
that information is known to you. Is there anything else you do, or do you exit out?
No, she'll just exit out, and then she'll just want to look for Kai at some point.
All right, you can do so. Well, while that is all happening, you're making your way towards Kai. Creelan and Phoebe, what are you two doing?
I'm gonna turn to Phoebe. And just kind of look at the weird water thing. Look back at Phoebe.
Hi.
You care for this, yes?
Yes, obviously.
Maybe you're not as dangerous as you look, or more caring than you seem.
Bold.
Thanks. Thanks very much. And you're not as stupid as you look.
Fucking destroyed.
This is true.
Don't
Now-
worry, I haven't forgotten the knife, so.
I'll look around. Ask Phoebe again. When your magic fails, what do you rely on?
My kindness.
I'll reach behind me and just kind of grab one of my kunai and just hand it to her. Kindness is strong. always have an alternative.
I slowly bring out the dagger.
You check real quick to make sure it's not coated with blood, but it's good. It's good. For now.
Just gonna
And
Batman.
actually, real quick, as you, Creelin, at this point, as you are right close to Phoebe, make a perception check as she sort of wields the dagger and whatnot.
Okay. Why is my character sheet not popping up? There it is.
21. You look over towards her arm, the one that is actually mechanical, as she sort of holds it up, and you see as whatever this is, the technology that was with it is highly, highly advanced. Nothing you have ever seen in Leonios. The most, especially as a monk of all things in a sort of monastery, far, far above like much of really too much of civilization, right? You can see as it's almost just like seamless in nature and design. It's almost directly her skin color. Like you can't, like if you weren't right beside her, you probably wouldn't have been able to tell it was even made of metal or any sort of type of, well, anything kind of like artificial of the sorts. But with your 21 specifics, there are still a couple of grooves within it that kind of give off that sort of robotic nature. Kind of like openings within the arm.
I'll squint, and curiosity is going to get the best of me. I'm going to kind of palm side up or facing it to see if my symbol has any reaction to this weird limb.
Let me think, or let me go through my notes for a second. Schematics.
Cyborg.
Control F. Huh.
Oh.
Ooh, instant death.
Oh.
You're now made of light. Great.
But what did okay, and then yeah. Creelin, as you do, that's a good check. Good thing I made sure of that. It actually does. It does react a little bit. It begins to sort of writhe in shadows, but nothing too crazy besides that. But it has a reaction for sure.
I'll look at my symbol is writhing in shadow, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I'll just do one of those upward looks at Phoebe and say kind, but dangerous apparently. Let's go. And I'll try to go into town.
All right. That said, while that's all happening, Sirius, what are you doing?
Seeing all my allies kind of get a lay of the land, I've kind of calmed myself down from maybe poking the bear. I'm going to... That's great. I'm going to focus within, imagining first my form in its furbulk state, and then watching the astral light kind of consume it and become smaller into that of a bird. And I'm going to use my wild shape ability to summon a wild companion to activate Find Familiar.
Alrighty, one moment. I gotta go find the token because I don't know exactly where it would be. I know which map it's on, so 1 second. Alright, Find Familiar. You said wait, bird. Which one? Hawk or a owl?
Let's go hawk.
Hawk. Okay. This is why I keep track of all my maps, just in case. Boop. Alright, as you begin to summon them forth, you see as the hawk apparates right before your very eyes.
as I watch it operate, I kind of just stare into it and see the shadows of it listed in starlight. Mentally, I ask it to take to the skies and look about the ruins of the city.
All right. As you do, make a perception check through the hawk's eyes. Phoebe, as you see this, you'll see as the water weird just sort of looks over at Sirius, and the hawk and just says,
Huh. Cool friend.
Not exactly a friend, but yeah, sure, cool.
Oh, so how kind of you, Phoebe.
it will, it will just look over and ask it, like look directly into your eyes, just like kind of aimlessly, and just ask,
Are you cool?
No.
oh,
Okay.
and it just continues doing what it's doing, just sort of hanging out with you.
It's got a... What was it? Hangs on. Oh, okay, it has for advantage. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Another one. Better?
Better?
And
Question?
that, I believe... Is it proficient in perception?
I think it's
Oh yeah, no, +4. +4. So that is a 15 total.
15 total. Scouring about, it seems to be, oh god dang, I messed my mouse up. Let me zoom on out for you. You see Azale is sort of staring off at the statue. Looking around, the walls over here in this building, they seem to be completely collapsed. Or actually, no, excuse me, that is incorrect. That is the old thing. You do see as the doors actually open here, there are walls and more leading into the inside of this establishment, and that is in the bottom sort of left corner.
Okay.
Besides that, oh, go ahead.
For something. Let me double check. Find familiar. Find familiar.
Are you asking if you can look in through its eyes?
Yeah, I think I can.
Yeah, you should be able to through with find familiar spell.
Okay, so yeah, I'll shift my vision from my own to the Hawks.
All right.
And get a wide scope of how large this city is, and also.
So looking about, it's not really much of a city. It's more really just a village. Now, granted, the natures of the buildings, the sort of stony, like the sort of stone grounds and more, could argue that it could have been expanded further out into a bigger sort of location, like a town or a city or anything like that. But this seems to be, besides like the other just general ruins and debris, this seems to be the most of it, of anything useful.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. That said, the other thing that you noticed, yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, it's pretty much what you see is what is in front of you besides this building. Again, with the door open, but that's it. Nothing too crazy. Oh, I mean, you do find, again, it's on the map as well. You do find bits of sort of broken pottery and even a couple of gold pieces around in these sort of stalls. But yeah.
I'll start muttering these things out aloud.
All right. Creelin and Phoebe, you do hear, or even you, Ilva. And I guess, yeah, that's pretty much everybody. Even Farmer, at this point, they would be coming back, unless they were still in the building. You guys would all be able to hear what Sirius is saying. Did any of you find anyone?
Nope, but I found a cool book. I'm gonna toss on the book. I'm just gonna say, read page 3.
Page 3. We'll catch it. Open and just nearly fucking, like, sort of take his hand away after seeing the astral light amongst it.
Sorry, it's has some light on my bad.
My bad.
He'll look over towards you and just be like, groan, and then read. As he does, there's an assault. Some moderns. But how? Oh, He'll begin to sort of think, okay, let's think about this. So I was instructed from the valley, at least I believe to be your main headquarters, to travel here to the expanse and find the Yasuda. As far as I am aware, we were the only ones, but unless there were some moderns that decided to attack preemptively, for whatever reason, there wasn't anybody that got ahead of us. That's impossible. Either they, well, were taken, or that's it. They were either taken or they're me. The only thing I could think of is, if not in the expanse, if not in the valley, maybe in the taiga? Maybe that's where they came, or these Samadans came from? But I never really was trained to go towards there, or even seek what was there. The other thing, sort of, well, sounds like the starry ones probably took them. I can't understand this. They do keep. Have you ever heard them tell you to join something?
Join. Yes.
I see. Well, if that's the case, and he's speaking out. He's not just speaking to Elva and whatnot. Unless you want to keep unless that was the kind of way you want to keep the conversation.
Nah, just half-assly tossed it up to him and told him to read page 3.
Yeah.
I can't hear anything.
He'll sort of flip through the first two, looking around, getting the whole sort of picture. The Wei Feng. If I was to guess and assume, I could be wrong, but the Starry Ones attacked, but also the Samadans attacked. Were the Samadans a part of the Starry Ones, or did they just happen to attack at the same time? Any insights?
You're looking more like the bad guy to me.
Like I said, we were at war for who knows how many years.
Do you have a timeline when this happened, though? Like, this around you when you look. Can you gather a timeline when this?
No, I didn't hear, or I didn't know anything of it, or there wouldn't have been a point of us ever coming here in the first place if they were all dead.
I'm just saying that maybe you're not being told everything.
Are you, well, actually, real quick, Farmer, were you trying to say something?
I just had bad timing, is all.
No, you're good.
The fault of war is something that is quite often lost after many years of fighting.
Now that I think about it, I don't really even know the reason why the war started. I just, like, obviously I heard stories, but now I'm beginning to question them. There's always the Yasuda attacked first. We retaliated. They attacked my home in the valley, killed a majority of my people and and then we decided to retaliate.
We'll see if that rings true as the truth gets uncovered.
Insight check.
Go for it, buddy. Make an insight check. 13. Seem to be truthful.
Okay, just, being careful.
We'll see as he begins to sort of almost look around and just say, does anyone have any means of communication? Of long distance?
I was just gonna make a joke.
Zale's gonna stop looking at the statue. I got my hand. Just gonna wave it.
Right, that thing.
Don't know how it works though.
Wait. Actually, no.
Huh?
I have an idea, but the issue with it is we're relying on someone else to do what we need. Those are the individuals that you saw on the through the vision. They were trying to converse with you, and you tried to converse with them. They looked as if they were in a forest of some sorts. It looked as if it was my home, the valley. I don't know much of my home as of now, but they could travel there to see what is going on there and what is its state now. Whether it was attacked and is it destroyed, but also maybe even... I mean, I don't know, it's far-fetched. I'm just trying to figure out a way to how to contact the other Samadans of the valley and then also the taiga.
I mean, I can still ask. I can't guarantee they'll do it, but maybe if I speak to my hand hard enough, they'll listen.
Right. I don't know. That's it. What are the rest of you guys saying or doing?
I'm going to actually just go over here. I'm going to try casting Sending.
Alright. Ilva, as you begin to try to recall upon being able to cast the spell, pulling upon the power that you had lost, how exactly do you try to cast the spell? Like, what is the process for this?
Back then would have been just like kneeling and then kind of like just like almost like meditating with like the part of the Sending there, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like putting my finger to my head or anything like that. I think it was I did it as a ritual before, or like a ritual-esque anyway.
Maybe.
So I imagine I was just doing like this something similar in that regard because that's the way I cast it before.
Yeah. That being said, now also, who are you trying to cast it to?
Oh, just to Kai, just to see if I can do it.
Gotcha. All right. As we begin to try, we're gonna call this a wisdom saving throw, so make a wisdom saving throw.
Sweet.
What's that?
15.
15, is that the final roll?
Yeah, sure, champ.
With a 15, you try to sort of call upon that sort of connection and trying to pull back at the memories of what you had before and how you sort of went about it, but it seems to be that your faith has waned since then from one individual that you used to pull power upon and now is being transferred, or in the process of being transferred to this new entity. It's not powerful enough yet.
Well, I wonder.
The old god.
Alright. That said, that's what Ilva's doing. I guess Kai will just look over and call out to Zale and just say, do you see something? Staring for a while.
Yeah, statue. I was gonna approach it, but I don't really want to go alone due to the state this place is in. You don't know what could jump out. Do you want to come with me?
Make a persuasion check.
I'm good at those. 24.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they're best friends.
We're besties.
Oh my god, fuck my DC, I guess. You'll see as he looks at you and is just like, sure. And he begrudgingly begins to walk with you.
I win.
Oh man, alright. Definitely.
How can you know that shit-eating face, you know?
Alright. As you guys begin to eventually approach over towards the statue. Okay. You look over at it, and it seems to be it is definitely well broken and more, but from what you could tell, it had 4 arms, just from the nature of it and the design. This individual sitting cross-legged and more, and it just kind of has at the part of it, or like at the base of it, just saying Yasuda. Place of, well, training.
Is John trying to just look at it like...
What? The one thing about it is it's like, training. What the fuck do you mean training? You're in the middle of a village.
Yeah. Just kinda like look at it like... Training? To like look at Kai.
It's your people.
No memory.
Remember, you were the first one I actually met.
Fair enough.
He'll sort of start thinking. History check for him, 17. I mean, I don't know. Do you not remember how your people decided to train and whatnot using your gift?
Do I?
Fuck no.
He's gonna shake his head. No, I don't remember really anything, unfortunately. So it's kind of just instinct now.
Well, I mean, typically, an exercise that we used to do, it's just a simple thing, just sort of practice our power and might, was just taking a simple rock and just sort of tossing it between one another with our minds. But again, we just relied upon our power.
I see. Unfortunately, I don't think I can do that with my capabilities, unlike yours.
What gave you that thought?
Well, I've only been able to, speak in people's minds.
I was sarcastic. Anyway.
Flustered now. Yeah, statue, fine, yeah, let's go there. It's sort of get closer, trying to examine it. Specifically 4 arms parts. Or is there like a face, or is it like the map?
Face is, yeah, the map it's accurate. It's completely like fucking cut off. Or like just broken off, you know?
Just had to make sure. Staring at it like, yup. No fucking idea.
Humor it. Try to mimic it.
Huh? Like... Okay, no. Well, you see, the issue is, I don't have 4 arms. It would be cool, but... No.
Not that, you fool. Sit down and mimic its stance.
Yeah, that'll work. Let's just sit down, mimic stance. I just go deep in his thoughts. Just, it's pretty much a meditation. He can assume it's a meditation stance, yes?
Yeah. And whose thoughts are you going into?
Huh? No, his mine.
Oh, okay.
Meditation, his own. He's not going in anyone's thoughts.
All right. As you begin to try to do so, seems to be that something is kind of almost blocking it. You were able to do it before, and you're still able to get to that far, but you're still just having a bit of trouble focusing and whatnot. So make an Arcana check.
Yes, sir. 11.
11. Even with an 11, you're able to at least understand this. The nature of what you're trying to do, well, you don't really do this much. In fact, you don't really remember doing this ever. But if it's typically not physical, and if it's arcane, and it's not, well, magical theory, if it's not divine, then it can be, well, spiritual sort of energy, or that type of magic.
Oh. So he's just gonna shake his head, get back up. Seems I can't do it yet. It's odd. It's spiritual, kinda. I don't really understand it. I don't remember this. Spirits doesn't make sense to me. I wish it did, but I can't think of anything.
Close in nature, but I don't know much of spirits or mysticism or anything like that. Druids, we pull magic from the lands, but not anything like that. What of the others?
Spirits? Them? He's gonna like think for a moment. No. Definitely no. Maybe. And maybe two of them.
Well, let's go get them and see if anything happens.
Sure.
Alright. Kaio and Zale begin to head back. Alright, is anybody doing anything in the meantime, or were you guys just waiting for them to return? Making sure, seeing if Zale actually came back out alive.
I'm not serious, just really entranced by seeing the sky in the eyes of a bird. Really having a bird eye view of everything.
Sirius...
From everyone else's perspective, he's just looking up.
Mm-hmm.
But in the bird form, just like, yeah!
As you do. One thing eventually that you would have seen is with these just a couple like general passing things. The man-made pottery over here, it seems to have been recently made, in the sense of not being made years and years and years ago, that sort of thing. The other thing, now you would have to probably get a little bit closer, but if assuming that you swoop down occasionally, and then going back to your sort of circling vision, you would find a couple of gold pieces with strange sort of symbols upon them. But, last thing, you'd see another statue of Whisper, that sort of Leonin individual over here, and that's relatively it. Of like general things that are just super easy to find, you know?
Okay, I will leave the vision of the bird and command it to screech if any foreign entities, whether they be humanoid or beast-like or anything, approach.
Easy
and
enough.
I'll approach that stand. And kind of on my way
which
there,
one?
I'll note
There's
everyone.
a couple.
The one with the gold coins that you pointed out, and while
Gotcha.
walking there, I'll note to everyone. There seems to be another statue of. I hesitate to say his name. That similar to the one we found before.
Oh wait. No, I'm not doing that.
Oh boy. Eventually, as you sort of arrive, you see as the gold pieces have the symbol of Erebos, the god of death, upon them. So, or a typical thing for gold pieces and whatnot. But, I mean, not every single gold piece has Erebos on it, but these are sort of like a rare thing. So,
Do these seem like a currency or just symbolic?
They're definitely a currency. It's a currency similar to where you come from in Tahiri.
I will have those coins. Just grab them.
All right, easy enough. As you do, you gain 4 gold pieces of Erebos. I'll add that to your thing. Boop. There we go. All right. Anything else you're doing over here, or nah?
I'll bring it back to the group.
Okay, dope. Boop, doop, doop. All right, you rush on over, walking a bit, and eventually, you kind of meet in almost in unison with the likes of Zale, Kaio, and yourself, as all, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 of you begin to reside back.
It seems that the civilians here were in use of some sort of currency, gold coin specific.
Fun.
Is that not normal or something?
I just didn't think they would use currency. No offense, I thought there would be more of a trade factor.
Hmm.
Alright. Kitty!
Cat.
Oh. But you'll see as Kyle just says, I mean, some trade I'd assume, but I mean, often, I mean, I've only known really gold as typically a luxury, but I think that typically the merchants and other individuals would trade with. Matt looks so happy. Oh man.
Aww. And as also, nope, didn't really find anything else of interest.
Yeah. Well, Kyle will look over towards Zale.
Oh, yeah, people. Phoebe, Freeland, you're getting a telepathic message. Would you like to accept? You don't have a choice. Okay. You hear in your head, hey, come here, come with me, come on.
Oh,
Exactly how it should play out in my head, yes.
What?
Kyle just looks over like, what the fuck?
What?
I'll fly up and over and just land there.
Oh, seems I still got it. You know, gotta practice. He's just smirked at Kaio.
Sort of groans and come with us
All of us?
if you
Nope, we're not
want.
invited.
But
Sure, more guests, more fun.
I'll follow.
alright, you get it. Oh. There we go.
Also, the campaign lasts for an hour, so you know.
Okay, good to know. All right, Ilva and Farmer, are you guys staying back?
Yeah, I'm just staying back.
Okie dokie. Let me get the water weirdling.
Don't wait me!
All right. That is that. What about you, Farmer? Are you going with them or are you staying with Ilva?
Well,
Don't feel pressured, man. It's all good.
I don't think any one of us should be absolutely alone. I don't believe everybody. I don't believe we should be split in such a way where we don't have somebody who has somebody else's back. So I'm gonna stay with Ilva.
Yeah. Hey, Ilva, real quick, make an investigation check as you just sort of stand around those crates. Or perception, your choice.
Let's roll perception.
Perception, 25. Bing! You look over and you see in the crates, it seems to be that there actually is a little bit of useful materials. If you scavenge through them, you would find a total of 2 stocks of food and 2 stocks of material. Now, the thing about it, again, you kind of putting more and more of the pieces together, the food seems fresh enough. It doesn't seem like spoiled or old or anything. So,
Oh, God, that's weird.
yeah.
Why is this place so fucking weird?
All right, yeah, I'll grab them up.
Well, it's like fresh enough, like it's not spoiled, you know, like that sort of sense, like you would expect. considering the fact that this place is destroyed, right?
Canned ravioli. Gotcha.
I was drinking water, you asshole. Alright, but here, I'm gonna add these to your party resources, and then we're gonna look back to the others. Boom, boom. And materials for Secrets in the Sands. Boop. You're at. So, I guess to give you guys the rundown, and also, Farmer, you got the mana crystals. So, you have a total of 2 out of 10 medicine, 8 out of 10 water, 3 out of 10 mana, 6 out of 10 food, 8 out of 10 materials, and 6 out of 10 soul coins. Looking pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, also, hold on. Today is day.
Yeah.
We're gonna, or you guys are good to go. So we're gonna deduct a little bit of it as you guys have to eat and drink and everything. Farmer, you're good. Everybody else has to eat and drink though. So you guys are down to 1 food, and you guys are down to 4 water. So pretty good, all things considered. Pretty good. All right. Enough housekeeping. So eventually you guys return over to the statue, and Kyle just sort of sits on the edge and just sort of waits for you to pretty much try and do what you do.
So, you see that statue over there, you know? I don't really recognize it, as I don't recognize anything here. I was maybe hoping one of you would, because, you know, it's kind of spiritual in a way, and you two seem spiritual enough. He's to give like a smile as the best he can.
Thanks.
Enough. Yes.
I'll leave you to it. He's gonna lean it. Is this like a wall over here?
It's kind of like a, kind of, yeah, wall.
He's gonna lean his back on it like a cool kid.
I'll look at it for a little bit, see if I can kind of, I don't know, study it, know what it's kind of about.
Make a investigation or arcana check, Phoebe.
Okay. That's a 1.
A 1, or for a total of 4. Looking at it, you being of the nature of more arcane and sort of magical theory, and even bits of sort of forbidden magic, none of this or any of this is kind of besides you. Not even really sort of your sort of ties to Farika really, and kind of lean to this.
Krillin! Your turn.
I'll
Show us the way.
take a shot. Before I step off, I'll kind of lean a little towards Sirius and be like, that view, it's very nice. Continue to enjoy it. And I'll go up. I'll
Sirius
look
kinda-
at the statue. Oh, my bad.
Wait. Sirius blushes a bit.
What? Aw.
Go at the statue. I'll check the pose, take some deep breaths, and you'll see me just jump up and try to float. Because the statue is maybe like 10 feet high, something about
Yeah,
that.
it's pretty big.
I'll jump up, connect eye to eye level as I'm basically just trying to hover in place. I'll get into the same pose and start breathing, relaxing, and trying to connect with it.
All right. As you begin to do so, you begin to almost hone in on all this sort of key and spiritual energy around you, and the likes of yourself, and then how that spreads out into the land and the rest of the environment, the winds around, the dirt below your feet, and more. However, as you begin to do this, you feel a sort of path, a sort of barrier, a wall, blocking you from progressing further, diving into this sort of meditative state here. It seems to be that, for what you can tell, you're missing another half.
I'll try to connect for maybe like 5-10 seconds more, and Once I realize I'm not going to get through the barrier, I'll just slowly hover down and go up to the druid. There are barriers. I connect through life energy, through my key, but it's not enough. It's partial.
I'll look over to Phoebe and just say, were you able to connect with it?
I don't even know what it is, so no. Guess
Oh.
not.
These are the two that you brought to Zale.
You know,
Well, one was able to connect and the other one wasn't. You said you felt something, right?
so Prelan, tag team.
I'll look at him, give
He
a
rolls his eyes.
over-enthusiastic nod.
Yeah, come on, let's do this.
Also, Creelan, if you haven't seen, you've received a D4 inspiration point from chat.
I have not, and much thank you, chat.
Show me your way, Creelan. He'll give a smirk to him.
Punches it.
I mean,
You
that's
have
the
no
other
way.
way. The other way.
The other way.
I'll just try to look at Zale and just do guided breathing, just for us 30 seconds, and just point at the statue and tell him, focus.
He's going to do as instructed and
Back
focus
up
on
a
that
little bit.
statue.
Alright. As you both in almost unison begin to mimic one another's stance, and you focus and focus and focus deep within. Creelan, you returning back to the getting a hold and perception of all the spiritual energy around you. Zale, you piercing through the veils of your mind and trying to delve further and further into the psionic nature of your heritage. Oh boy, here we go.
You're in for it now.
You all, or both of you, begin to calm your senses and hone away from all external. You begin to take a breath before eventually you, almost feeling the wind, begin to open your eyes. Everybody besides Zale and Creelan, you look over and you can see as bits of their forms are kind of like almost leaving their bodies for a brief moment and just sort of suspended there for a moment in time. Not doing much more than anything, but they're just sort of suspended, kind of like almost ghosts up above their body. However, Creelan and Zale, what you see, oh boy, you see this.
Where the hell?
Oh, goodness. So, as you open, or both of you open your eyes, you look around and you find yourself in a strange land, finding a forest for the first time, and what seems to be forever, actual greenery for a decent bit and decent length. And looking about it, Zale, to you, I don't know why, but it kind of just feels familiar to you. Both of you make perception checks. This isn't
no site based.
No.
Gotcha. Just need to make sure.
12 and Zale. So Zale, you kind of confused on what's going on and where you are, more relying on your sight. But Creelan, you just sort of sniffing around, even witnessing. But you smell something burning and see embers sort of flying about in the air. The area is kind of warm, similar to the Expanse, but not burning you alive. That said, what do you guys do?
Creelan, was this supposed to happen?
It seems have entered either a meditative state, or I'll look him directly in the eye and lean forward a little bit, or worse.
That
lean
worse
back.
is what?
And you look over towards Zale, and Zale has 2 horns at the moment. One's not chopped off as usual. They're both whole.
Oh.
Oh.
It's
Activate.
maybe a meditative state because you seem whole. And then I'll point to my invisible horns on my head to gesture for him.
He's like a. His eyes are widening as he does he feel his other horn?
After sort of like you kind of just it being natural. I mean, one side of your head feels a little bit heavier, but eventually you sort of normalize to it, you know?
Like if he touches it, it's there. Basically,
Yeah.
is what I'm saying.
It is there.
What the? Huh? This is. He's looking at Draylen. He kind of smiles. I have both horns.
As it should be.
As it So can walk forward.
It is peaceful here. Stay on guard.
Does it
And I will-
also smell the flames, or just Draylen?
Eventually you do.
Yeah, he'll be on guard.
Alright. You look around and you can continue. Oh boy.
Go around to the left.
And about at that point, stop right there, gentlemen. Alright. As you look around, you see the likes of a kind of a campsite. However, the tent itself seems to be more of kind of tattered and destroyed with multiple slash marks. But more importantly, what you see up ahead, look over and you see a figure up near the rock. And they seem to be just sort of furiously casting and conjuring arcane evocation spell after one another, or one after another. And you look as they begin, or as they're sort of on this sort of water, they begin to run up this sort of wall before sending forth a fireball upwards to the sky. As it goes flying, you can see as it almost makes a little bit of a miniature sun before it starts lobbing and beginning to sort of careen downwards. This sort of brief flash, you see as it gets ready to, or as they begin to get ready, they take out a book with one hand, flip through the pages, and their body begins to sort of course with electricity of green specific nature. And they send off a massive lightning bolt piercing the ball of flame, and the fire explodes, showering the flames into the area and into the nearby trees, causing more of the forest to burn. As it happens, you see as one of these sort of spirits that you saw before are off to the side here, and they seem to be just sort of cheering them on. And Zale, you look over towards them, and this individual with wicked sort of horns and white hair, dressed in mage robes with a peculiar sword sheathed upon his back. Oh boy.
Oh no.
And you see this individual. Oh boy.
Hey. Hey.
Oh goodness.
Brother!
Oh my goodness.
Hit
Boy, have
him.
mercy, I'm about to simp!
Yeah, I can be excited, but
And
Greenland would like to
immediately,
use-
well, hold on, because immediately here's what happens. I'll tell you why. This is gonna be funny. You see, as the individual looks over towards you, both, without a hesitation, you see as he begins to yell out the word trickster and teleports directly beside Zale with the sword directly at his neck. Creelan, you would like to react?
Yeah, I was trying to from a snap, use my background feature to see, in addition to the magical display, like how tough, how quick, how martial this gentleman might be.
Wisdom check with your this is basically going to be a martial check with advantage.
All right. Ability check. I always forget. Is it all?
Yeah.
Dude. And
One
it
more
only rolled
time.
one. Okay. Okay.
So we're gonna take the 16. This individual, definitely, obviously of arcane nature, but also they seem to wield a sword similar to like Zale. From what you can tell, they are several seasons above you, meaning they are several levels above you, nearly doubling it. Well, actually, at the moment, tripling it. However, they definitely seem to be dangerous as they have the blade towards Zale's neck, and then they just say, You got the reflexes of a dead sloth. Who are you?
Pride? Yeah, he's so confused.
He'll hear your voice, and then begins to sort of scratch his head. Wait a minute, that voice is familiar. Ooh, and you're that voice in my head.
He's gonna nod his head. Yeah, it's me, it's Sale.
I'm gonna take a step forward.
You'll see as immediately he just, like, not even, like, breaking eye contact, just sort of takes the blade and just puts it directly towards Creelan. So, know this one, but who's your friend?
Creelan, he's a friend. He's how I got here. Where are we?
Well, I'd like to know myself. Been stuck here for a while. That said, as this begins to happen, you all look over up towards the sky as it begins to just shatter before your very eyes, and it turns and flickers from a brightened sky of day to a darkened sky of night. As we are sadly at time, so that is where we will end today's session.
Holy shit.
Oh man.
Oh man. Am I brave or stupid? I don't know. Gotta figure that out for next session.
Oh my god.
You got swindled, Chief.
Oh goodness. Here we go, my friends. Here we make fucking go.
Oh lord.
Oh lord.
They're back.
Yeah.
So many questions. We'll have to get the answers next time.
And I just want a mountain to ride. I don't care. Once the idea got in my head, I was like, this needs to happen now.
Oh my god. Honestly, for a second, I thought you guys were gonna be like, all right, well, let's just go back to the beach. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I guess that whole boss fight was pointless for you guys then.
I wanted to drink more coconut juice and learn some stuff. Everybody
Do that
wants to grow.
later.
Well, Creelan, you said you wanted to throw hands. Well, you'll just have to wait till next session. But that being said, I'm gonna break down stream. Oh goodness, here we go. I've been waiting for this for so long, goddamn. But which one of you two want the raid?
I really don't care.
All right. Flip a coin. Roll.
Flip a
Actually,
coin.
I think. Well, I could be wrong, but I think I rated you last time, Matt. Right?
You did.
Okay. We'll keep it for old raid ducky. Okay. All right. I'll be right back.
Woo.
Sword, magic.
Why do I have two horns?
Oh man, you love to see it. Lots and lots of lore for each and every single one of you. Man, these sessions have been nothing but lore, and I love it. I freaking love it. I get to reveal the inner machinations of my mind. But that being said, thank you everybody who decided to tune in to watch. Shout out to all of you guys. You guys are freaking awesome. But hey, for those of you guys just joining on in, my name is SenseiSuplex, and I'm a professional dungeon master. I run a giant persistent universe known as Project Aurora, where this game takes place, as well as all of the other games that you can see me DM. So hey, if you're enjoying the session, make sure to leave a follow on the stream. It does help us out. We're getting really close to our little Twitch follower goal of 1,200 people. Yeah. That said, hey, if you want to, or we're always looking for more Dungeon Master staff members or players. So whether you feel as if you can contribute to the making of a persistent universe like this one, and again, everybody leaves their mark. Everybody helps build the universe. Chat gets involved with the world building. Or they get involved with affecting the sessions by giving out inspiration points. So hey, if any of this sounds interesting to you, join the Discord. Make sure to leave a follow on the channel. We'd love to have you. Also, I'm on multiple parts of social media. You can check out some of the VODs on YouTube, but we also give out actual tips on YouTube on how to make your games the best they can possibly be and make them memorable for years to come. So go check it out on or check things out on YouTube, Instagram, and more. We got lots of cool stuff coming up. We're gonna go raid over to Synthetic Ducky real quick. So I'm gonna pull up the raid channel button. Oh yeah, hey, we're at 1,170 followers. Nice. 30 more followers until we hit the big 1.2k. That's what we like to see, everybody. Synthetic Ducky, we're gonna start the raid. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see each and every single one of you guys in the next one. Bye guys, have a good one. Where's the end stream screen? Where's the stream ending screen? Here it is, and join the raid.